time too. I'm gonna be watching the fucking monitor, so we don't lose another goddamn hour. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't get too drunk, Chris.
Yeah, I'm drinking my good old Puerto Rican rum and my last of like 4 cans of Diet Cherry Coke because what's up, Coke? What's up, my damn Cherry Coke-ness? Like, why you banning my shit for? Like, I don't like a lot in this world, but I love Cherry Coke. That's diet, and like, the fuck. What do you got, Elliot?
More Dragonberry Bacardi rum.
Looks good.
It is.
Susan, what do you got?
The usual Bud Light Lime plus a Seagram's Escape Bahama Mama.
Sounds interesting. You know what? I'll say what he's got.
I am drinking the Gatto Family Sweet Strawberry Wine.
God damn. It's cheap and effective.
Very so good.
God.
Highly effective.
Like I was saying before we recorded, so it's been like a good. This is the longest we've gone without recording because of just reasons and shit. And everyone's been busy and out about, especially Susan's been busy. But I'm not even sure, like.
So you know where this is headed.
Well, I'm pissed off at Junior for not being here, but fuck him. So he's busy doing things.
PSO
Eating ass.
He's not eating ass.
No, he's on. He's playing Fantasy Star Online too.
Yeah.
By himself.
So.
Pussy.
Like I was saying, so now that we started our Twitter account, I made one for myself and one for the Blue Collar Losers Twitter. I just been checking Twitter on a daily basis, and holy Christ, between Twitter and what Al sends me on TikTok, it's just like I have a fucking telephone book of shit to talk about. So we'll just pick off one thing at a time. Holy shit. Actually, I might as well get this out the way before get to Susan's fun tales. But not too long ago, I heard about we talked about this. It's funny saying it, but so Al, remember I mentioned the whole thing with fucking Gwyneth Paltrow and her fucking pussy candle and shit.
Yeah.
So, well, apparently fucking Gwen had to add a follow-up. She's making a new one. Oh, Christ.
What, chocolate starfish?
No. It's coming out in June, and of course the price is much like the first one. It's the fucking price for new candle is going to be $75, and the new fucking candle is going to be called "It Smells Like My Orgasm." So
I don't even pay that much to take a woman to dinner and take her to bed. So,
I have no words.
Oh yeah.
What is an orgasm? We're like, what does that even mean?
BuzzFeed.com. Gwyneth Paltrow released a new candle, and this time it smells like her orgasms.
What does that mean, though? Like, what does that mean? It smells like my orgasm?
It's going to smell like sex.
It says, FYI, the candle.
Yeah, but saying it smells like sex is way different than saying it smells like my orgasm.
Well, that's basically what an orgasm smells like, is sex, because that's what happens during sex.
but it wouldn't
For
be
some people.
No, because if I say it smells like my orgasm, I mean it smells like my semen, which is a way different scent than sex.
Okay, it smells like jizz.
What the hell would fucking... I can't think of... The past 2 days, I've been trying to think of a follow-up to match Al, but there's so many puns I got for that. Like, how do you fucking...
Wait, so her orgasm smells like eggs since she tells women to shove those egg things in them?
Those jade eggs are like $100 a piece.
Yeah, so her orgasm smells
disturbing.
like an egg.
So this says, FYI, the candle actually smells like a blend of geranium, citrusy, bergamot, and cedar. Absolutes juxtaposed with damask rose and ambrette seed. I gotta look this. I'm not sure what the
So
fuck.
in other words, it does not smell like her orgasm.
Who the fuck would think all that smells like an orgasm?
Why the fuck would
Apparently
she
Gwyneth
have
Paltrow.
wood?
This says
man.
the packaging for this.
Oh, you know why she'd have wood.
Yeah, she probably fucks trees.
She put this on her Zoom account with Jimmy Fallon to say, the packaging for this smells like my orgasm has fireworks on it because, of course, it does. Because when women have orgasms, fireworks are popping up all in the sky.
I mean, they see fireworks.
This is tart, grapefruit, necroli. Wow. Cassis berries blended with gunpowder tea and Turkish rose absolutes. There's a lot going on with her orgasms.
Yep.
Sounds like it smells like her fantasy.
Holy Christ.
See a doctor. Holy shit. If it smells like that, see a doctor. God damn.
Our favorite chick, because Junior's stupid ass isn't here to say fuck Amber Heard, but I just, a lot
Fuck Amber Heard.
Listen, I love Amber Heard, alright?
Fuck you, Al.
Amber Heard is delicious looking.
Yeah, and she'll sue the shit out of you.
She looks like the girl that cries wolf.
So just
She looks like the biggest cunt on the face of the planet.
well, I've been checking up more about the whole lawsuit with her and Johnny Depp, and apparently this is kind of comical, and we'll see again how far it goes from here. But
like funny, haha.
no, apparently the lawsuit says Amber Heard's lawyer and team have quit the lawsuit against Johnny Depp.
Yep.
Her legal team has quit the lawsuit against him.
Gee, I wonder why.
So, the new bump in the road is because Amber Heard's legal team, headed up by these 4 guys, have quit. And he's a well-known lawyer associated with the Time's Up movement in Los Angeles and co-founded that movement's legal defense fund. However, the defamation case against Amber Heard isn't happening in Los Angeles. It's happening in Virginia. And Amber Heard will retain Virginia lawyers for the rest of the duration of the case. So, but Johnny Depp's team, they're still just going at her. They're trying to still get more witnesses and shit going on against him. But, yeah. So.
It's going to be funny. I'm ready. I hope they put it on pay-per-view so I can laugh my ass off watching
I love you, Johnny Depp.
Another thing this came recently too is Depp's team is also, they're trying to determine whether supposedly the money that they got during their divorce, she donated to Me Too movements and funds.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, well, that's what they're looking into right now.
I didn't get any.
Says they're seeking to determine whether Amber Heard had actually allowed to donate all the money to charity from the proceeds of her divorce, as she previously said she did. It's reported that she had donated between $1 million and $5 million to the Children's Hospital in Los Angeles, along with several other charities. And she got a $7 million divorce settlement. So.
I thought it was proven that donation to the kids' hospital was faked.
Well, that's going to be brought up in the lawsuit, so.
I'm not even going to pretend that I was following any of it. Like, I don't know what the hell is going on with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp.
I just see videos.
I just think it's funny how she was, just coming up in her acting career when she met him.
I mean, the short version.
She started getting a little bit more famous because of the fact that she was his wife. Then she sues him for assault, and all of a sudden, she becomes this big name.
Yeah.
And it's like, Amber Heard is the new chick in Aquaman.
Well, basically, the short version now was like, they just got divorced, and now she's suing him. She's suing him saying that, he beat her and stuff and abused her and cheated on her, and then it's been this whole back and forth thing with just both of them. It's
lying ass twat.
Now recently, according to witnesses from hotel rooms and her bodyguards and his bodyguards, she was posting Instagram where she had bruises on her face that he gave her, but then everyone's like, he's been out of the country for a month. He made bruises 2 weeks ago. He was filming a Pirates of the Caribbean 6 something. He's been out of the country for 4 weeks now. Where these bruises mysteriously come up from?
I think one of her makeup people also said that she asked if they could make it look like she got a bruise.
It just said, it's like some people said on YouTube, different guys, I am only following it because of, I think it's funny as hell, but again, if this would happen to Elliot or Big Al or myself, then we didn't have this. A good thing Johnny Depp's got $100 million lawyers, but anybody else would be fucking slayed for this shit.
It's funny too, reading 2/3 of these stupid articles and shit when they come up, because they are in talks of taking her off of Aquaman 2.
Well, the petition was at one point, now it's up to 700,000 people. At first it was 100,000, then it's 500,000, now it's up to 700,000 fans have all said, get her off Aquaman 2.
No, but the funny part is then you read the comments and automatically, there's those assholes out there are like, if she were a man, she wouldn't be getting treated like this. If she were a man, she'd be treated worse.
If she was a man, she'd be dead in the fucking street because people would have castrated her and fucking.
And it's just one of the things where, in Suno's death, he's Depp's whatever. He's a freaking player. He's been through different marriages and divorces.
He's amazing.
But he's had every one of his ex-wives, his girlfriends. They've all came out. It's been testified. We're listen, we've all dated him. We're married, Johnny. Things didn't work out, But he never laid a hand on us. He never yelled at us. He's just things didn't work out. But he never.
He's friends with most of his freaking exes.
So what's it? Well, no, they've all testified in court saying he's a great. So
that's talent right there. Some of my exes have some very nasty things to say about me. It's okay. I got a nice.
Every ex that I have wants me dead.
Hey, I got my own little book of shit on them, so it doesn't matter to me. I play ball. I play
it's
hard.
funny, talking about exes. I've never treated an ex I've never treated any girl that I've ever been involved with badly.
No.
It's just that once things are over, I'm out completely. I'm not gonna be your friend at all.
That sounds like Chris.
I won't even associate with you.
I was gonna say this can be a question because I missed Junior's stupid input, but I can ask you three that. I've had this discussion with people for a very long time. I'm not sure how long, but like, is it me and Sue, you can attest to this, but like, I always feel like guys, for the most part, at least 3 of us and all my guy friends, when we break up, that's it. The break up, we're not friends, we're not, I don't hate you. Break up, you go your way, I'll go my way. That's it. But women, they are obsessed with fucking being friends with their exes.
You know why men detach so completely? That's because when you're with a girl and you want to be with her, and she absolutely makes the decision like, I don't want to be with you, I want to be with somebody else, but let's be friends.
Yeah.
Like, no, like I don't want to be a friend. I want to be a man. And if we can't be together, then what am I doing? Like, that's insane to me that like women will be like, yo, let's not be friends. Let's not have anything to do with each other. You move on with your life, I'll move on with mine.
There's always going to be like that little part there where it's like, this guy's seen me naked or this girl's seen me naked. And if you bring someone new around, like someone's going to get hyper jealous.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, there's no way to maintain a friendship like with your ex, because here's what you run into. Like, you obviously still have feelings, and there's going to be times where you want to talk and you're going to call her or you're going to text. She isn't going to respond, and that's going to trigger you all over again. Like, yo, what the? I'm texting you, you're not responding. And at this point, she doesn't even have to respond because you guys aren't together. Like, so that shit is crazy. Yeah. That friendship shit does not work. It doesn't.
It does.
I stayed friends with some of my exes. If they went crazy, I was like, fuck off.
I've always felt this, and it's like, I would love to get more females and even guys' viewpoints on this, but like, somebody said this a while ago, I'm not sure who it was, but I agree with it, that I always felt like, if I'm a guy and I still want to be friends with my ex-girlfriend, that's because at some point I'm waiting for her to be single again so I can fuck her brains out.
And that's a fact, like, guys.
Yeah.
Because, sorry, Al, but I feel like for the most part, at least in my lifetime, 99% of my female friends, I just were really good friends with them. I wasn't trying to be sexual towards them, or I didn't have feelings towards them.
No matter how they felt.
Exactly.
In that perspective.
But females, though, when females break up with that fucking guy, it's just like, listen, if we're broken up, why do you want to stay friends for? Oh, well, because, and I always feel like they want to have that guy, that ex right there, is that emotional blanket. But also, too, once her new boyfriend dumps her and shit, too, he's a guaranteed 5-second or 5-minute booty call and shit. And then once she fucks him, they're back to being friends again. The guy's like, what the fuck?
30-second orgasm.
It depends.
You know what's the worst thing in the world? Like, if you're trying to be friends with a girl, and she occasionally wants to hook up with you, that's the most horrible thing. Because every time, that's the most emotional any man is ever going to be. Where you're like, what are we doing? Are we back together? Like you're in the female role at that point. Like,
that is when you know you are her bitch.
And it's weird because that's in that moment, in that setup, that's where the girl is like absolutely only calling you for hookups.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't want to be your girlfriend. She doesn't want to hang out. She's accustomed to you. Like, you guys have had sex often, and she's accustomed.
Because you're safe.
On those times where she's horny and lonely, she'll call you, and she'll have sex with you, and it'll be great, and then she'll be like, and I'm gone.
Yeah.
And you're stuck in that place like, yo, well, what's going on?
Well, especially, too, because, like, she's kept tabs, and you guys been friends, and since you've broken up, she's banged, like, 4 or 5 guys, and you're still like, I've been had pussy since you. Again, so she knows, like, I'm the last woman he fucked. So it's like... She's got that power.
Don't let them have
She still owns that dick.
Also, what's bad is when you're having sex with other people but still miss her. You know,
like you're seeing her face rather than the person that you're having sex with.
Because people like there's this like huge thing where people always tell you, oh, if you want to get over one person, you just got to hook up with somebody else. And I'm here to tell you, like, that is bullshit. Like, it doesn't work. Like, you know, because sometimes you will tell yourself, I'm going to have sex with the next 10 girls I meet because I got to get over her. And 25 girls later, you're like, I miss this fucking bitch. Like, why isn't she talking to me? Why won't she be my girlfriend? Like, you're like losing your mind. Like,
because you suck, that's why.
Just don't let them have power over you like that.
Oh, man. So, this has been fucked up, but what me and Al have kind of getting followed this a little bit. I know Elliot and Susan have heard about this, so it's official now, but you guys remember, you probably heard about Danny Masterson.
Yeah.
I mean, holy fuck. You heard about that? Wow. Okay, well, this happened like the first incident. He was the kid from that '70s show. He was actually on the ranch with Ashton Kutcher on Netflix.
This depresses me because I love Danny Masterson.
Well,
this depresses me because I also love Danny Masterson.
Right?
Yeah. Basically,
Which guy was he?
Hyde.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to the real name.
Stephen Hyde.
I like to keep a disconnect so that if something happens, I'm just like
His brother played Francis on Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah. So
and his sister.
That's his brother?
Yeah.
What?
Francis is his brother.
I did not know that.
Funny fact, Tara from The Walking Dead is his sister.
Wow.
I haven't seen The Walking Dead.
So
watch The Walking Dead.
Fuck The Walking Dead.
Well,
fuck you, Elliot.
Hey.
In the face.
On a side note, did you hear about because remember
feisty.
Yeah,
always.
She's gonna get it back.
Oh yeah, she will.
Anyway, before we move on to that,
Sue got her groove back.
Did you hear about this yesterday? Where remember in Batman vs Superman how like Jeffrey Dean Morgan and Laura Cohen was Bruce's parents?
Yeah.
Well, right now Jeffrey Dean is in talks officially that they're going
to play Batman
in the Flashpoint movie, because Flashpoint movie, remember, and Allison, that was one of my favorite fucking cartoons. Remember when Thomas Wayne was Batman?
Yes.
Yeah, they're
that was fucking epic.
Fucking and Batman, Bruce's fucking mother was the Joker, but that's the Flashpoint movie. Now there's no talks about if they're going to bring Lauren
Cohen.
But Jeffrey Dean though is going to play Thomas Wayne as that version of Batman live action. So that's got me like, oh shit, like Jeffrey Dean.
You've got me swooning.
It just came out yesterday. It's official. Like he's right now he's negotiating his contract about how it's going to play out. But like, because when Ezra Miller gets his own solo Flash movie, it's going to be Flashpoint. Nice. So they're going to have it where. So definitely, he's officially going to be Thomas Wayne.
I'm not big into DC, but some things can get excited over.
I seen a video, like, we've all seen that movie. The best fucking scene in that entire film was at the end when Kevin Conroy was voicing Bruce and Barry came back. He gave it to him, what's this? He goes, he's like, wait a second. He's like, this is my father's handwriting. And he's like, when Bruce takes off the fucking mask, he starts reading it and you see Batman crying. For the first time you've ever seen fucking Batman cry. And it's because he got a fucking letter from his father. He goes,
it helps though that I love Batman, so this is
on top of
I'm saying, how could you not be a fan of DC? Like,
I love like
more,
Batman, and I love like his villains. Like them alone are like the most amazing thing on the face of fucking planet, and they trump like every Marvel.
He does have the most villains still.
But at the same point in time, my heart belongs to Marvel.
That's only because of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like, if you were a fan of comic books,
true, DC, because I love like Hawkeye versus Deadpool, the comic book series. Like that is Deadpool fucking hysterical.
She does read comics. I'll give her credit.
The DC characters are just more iconic. Like globally, they're more.
You know what it is though? It's hard.
They may be, but at the same point in time, yet again, I prefer Marvel.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I mean, like, no, it depends. Honestly, for me, it depends on where I'm at in my life. Like, when I was a kid, I liked Spider-Man the best because it just was. As I've gotten older, I like the Punisher more because I want to murder people. It's like, especially if you kill my wife and kids, and that's my biggest problem with Batman. It's like, as I've gotten older, I still love what Batman is, but we've all seen the biggest paradox with Batman is he doesn't kill people. Yeah. And that's been through different DC movies and different comic book storylines. It's like, Batman, dude, Bruce, I get that, what you represent. Like, remember, Under the Red Hood was a prime example. It's like, and I fucking love that film where even like Jensen Ackles, he voiced fucking Jason Todd, but he's going off on Bruce saying, listen, this isn't Scarecrow, this isn't Penguin, this is the fucking Joker. He's like, Bruce, this is the one exception you could make where it's like, and that has been part of Batman's stigma.
He killed me and you still can't kill him?
I like when he was
Superman
like, if it was you.
Yeah. But that was the whole point of the Dark Knight Returns, where Bruce was like, he finally killed the Joker, but he's like, that's in the 40 years in the future, where like one of the best scenes, like even Kevin Smith said, where like Batman's beating the fuck out of Joker, and he flat said, he goes, how many people have I murdered because I let you live? And that's exactly so I've gotten older, that's been my biggest flaw with Batman. And Punisher doesn't really have a lot of nemesis because they don't live long enough to become bad guys.
Really?
So, but no, I do get, but even
he has Jigsaw.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but the premise, Punisher doesn't let you live long enough to get revenge on him.
Yeah.
But no, but even to Al, when Susan grew up too, DC didn't have as much. You figure Marvel had the X-Men TV show we all fucking watched. They had the Spider-Man TV show. We had it felt like DC didn't just have the cartoon presence, the Hulk TV show.
Fantastic Four.
That's a fact. They didn't have the TV presence. Yeah. But in the comic books, in the comic book
and
world,
they would do repeats
simply
of older shows too.
They're simply more iconic. Like, I'm not here to draw the line between DC and Marvel, because I'll be the first to tell you, I don't have a preference. I am rooted deeply in the world of both DC and Marvel, and I will not pick a side. I don't care who the fuck you are or how you feel. Like, I am not pro DC and not Marvel or pro Marvel or not. I will pick up a Superman comic book and a fucking, Captain America comic book and sit down and read them both side by side, back to back, and love the shit out of both of them. Like, I will not. For
me personally, like I was saying, I love Batman above all else, but I can't get behind Superman, so therefore I can't get behind. And I don't really like Wonder Woman, and like Green Lantern's kind of stupid.
Oh, whoa.
And
wait. Which Green Lantern?
Slow your roll. You were about to start a fight.
And like Aquaman, like all he does is talk to fish unless he's Jason Momoa, then he's kind of fucking hot.
They did change it though. They made Aquaman back in the 90s. Though he was a running joke. Super Friends, he was. That's what they had to modify Aquaman. So he's
like the Wonder Twins are kind of stupid. Like, okay, they can't turn into anything unless they, like, bump their fists together.
That was the 60s.
Only one of them can turn into, like, a freaking, like, important thing. The other one turns into water. Like, come on.
You know what's funny is that when they created the Wonder Twins and they stuck them into the DC universe,
let me find out.
They didn't want to make them, like, all-powerful. Yeah. So they created, like, this insane handicap, which was so stupid. Because you didn't have to. You didn't have to handicap them the way you did. Like, you could have simply not made them all powerful.
They are highly handicapped, and it's so disturbing.
Extremely handicapped.
But the one could turn into anything, so it could have turned into Cthulhu, and fuck it, everything ends.
Yeah, but then the other one turns into what? Water?
Water, ice.
Hey.
Like, form of an ice sponge.
He needs to breathe somehow.
Wait, this is here. Okay, this is the Wonder Twins from fandom. They are Zan and Jaina, their alien siblings from the planet XR with shapeshifting ability, but they can only activate when touching hands. Zan has the ability to morph into any form of water, while Jaina can transform into any animal. So,
extremely handicapped, which was unnecessary. There was no reason to handicap them like that.
And that's the thing. Whereas, yes, Marvel has their characters who
the Super
suck.
Friends, this was 1976, though, so it's like, there was a lot of bad superheroes back then.
Oh, yeah. Like, Marvel's had their characters who suck, but at the same point in time, like,
Listen, Marvel.
They have the X-Men.
No, it just comes down to what you want to.
A lot of their superheroes.
X-Men franchise is what sold me on Marvel. Like, when I first started getting into X-Men comic books and... Like, that's what sold me on the whole Marvel universe. Like, I was like, this is it. I'm in. I'm all in.
And, like, the beauty of a lot of their superheroes is they're not, like, technically superpowered.
They're flawed.
Yeah. Their superpowers come from, like, Tony Stark is a genius, so he created a suit in, like, a dire situation to get him out of, like, a dire situation. Captain America is, like, scientifically enhanced. The Hulk is scientifically enhanced. Thor is a fucking god.
Yeah.
A whiny god.
A whiny god, yes.
Ant-Man. He's a fucking bitch.
Ant-Man and Wasp. Their suits are created through science. Like,
well, definitely when it comes to power-wise of DC, they trump Marvel a lot.
They trump them, but their powers are not realistic.
Here's the thing about the Marvel universe is that most of their characters are based on DC characters.
They may be, but still, fuck DC.
No. Well, I like them because Marvel characters are highly flawed. Tony Stark became an alcoholic after a while, which I could relate with, over Superman being a bitch. The only thing that really angered him was, I killed Lois Lane. Grr, everyone's gonna die. Like,
Superman went through all the crazy things like everybody else. He went through his alcoholic phase. He went through it all. He went through all the different kryptonites.
But when you're literally a comic book version of Jesus, does it really matter?
Seriously.
That's Superman's
nothing
only problem.
can kill you.
Well, understand that Superman was created in the time when the world was in the midst of chaos. They wanted an iconic character that was unshakable, unbeatable, that represented truth, justice, and the American way. Like
Wolverine.
It was just...
Wolverine's Canadian.
Wolverine. I don't care.
You know what? Fuck that. Wolverine is the living embodiment of Superman.
Yeah. But you know what? I love his
Wolverine's
way
an alcoholic womanizer.
And we love him for that.
And that's the American way. And he cut through everything
Superman would cut Wolverine in half.
I would fuck Wolverine. I would not fuck Superman.
would do it while crying over
I don't even
Lois
believe you.
Lane.
Yeah,
I don't believe you at all.
I'm not even gay, but
Wolverine all the way.
Henry Cavill versus Hugh Jackman. Come on, like
I would rather
Jackman.
have Hugh Jackman.
Listen,
Henry Cavill all the way.
the chance.
Well,
to
you
have,
can fuck Henry Cavill. Have fun.
Listen,
Have
the
fun
chance
with
to
your
have some
Witcher.
super penis. What woman is gonna pass up super penis? Like that's just.
I don't know.
Unreal.
I would pass him up and fuck Hawkeye. I don't
Family
care.
Guy did it right. All those chicks with their heads blown out because he got a blowjob. That's what's gonna fucking happen.
Remember the movie Hancock? And the
Yes,
scene where
I fucking love Hancock.
When a girl went to his trailer, they were having sex, and he had to throw her off of him because when he fucking climaxed, he shot a hole through the ceiling. I feel bad for the girl that had sex with him when he realized if I don't get her off me, she's gonna die.
Did you ever watch Brightburn?
Yeah, of course. That's my movie.
Fucking
I forgot because a lot of people
amazing.
didn't like it. So did you like it?
I fucking loved it.
I forgot because
my shit.
No, I forgot because a lot of people it got like a lot of mixed reviews. No, I thought it was fun. I really did. I thought it was it was not perfect.
People
but-
gave it bad reviews because they politicized it. They started to fucking draw all kinds of political references to it, and this is where I fucked up. I watched it and I fell in love with the story.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there thinking about all the possible spin-offs, sequels, and prequels.
Especially the ending.
Yeah.
The ending was like
this
Dark Justice League. That shit was sick.
This is like potential for amazing shit, and then
it got too political.
then they politicized it.
I didn't see politics. I saw it as
I didn't see
that was
politics
perfect because what if he didn't? What if he let his emotions control him when he was younger? And that's technically what it was. He was ruled by his emotions, and then when your stepfather shoots you in the back of the head, fuck.
Not to mention,
everybody
for me,
at that point.
Some people, a lot of people with the criticism I was looking at, they wanted it to be more like him choosing to be a fucking villain and his downfall. But if you actually watch the movie, when he turns evil, it wasn't his fault. The fucking programming from the ship actually turned him on. But that wasn't. It wasn't his choice though.
No, his mother always brought him back. It was that girl making fun of him because he didn't understand what was happening to him. It was the girl's mother. Yelling at him, degrading him. It was his stepfather literally shooting him in the back of the head.
Well, that's also,
who wouldn't be angry when it seemed like only one person had your back through everything?
He was destined to go crazy. It's like Chris said, the ship had its effect. Once he got summoned that night and he got fucking brainwashed, hypnotized, programmed, whatever you want to call it, he was on the other side of the fence.
Because I felt like the movie watching it, he was no different than any other fucking teenager.
Nope.
And he had the most he had like the kind of emotional imbalance any fucking teenager would have. But the ship, it's like he didn't snap till the fucking ship turned on. And that was, to me, that was the downfall. And some people didn't like that. For me as a fan, I felt like that made it more tragic because he was a victim. But some people, they want it to be like his choosing. I'm like, it depends how you look at it.
But then what about Smallsville?
I wonder if there's going to be any type of sequel, because at the end of that movie, he was fucking going to fuck.
Because it didn't do as much as they wanted to box office wise. That's why. So.
Kind of reminded me of Brainiac with that thing he had on. It reminded me of him. I know someone's probably like, that wasn't fucking Brainiac, jackass. Calm down. It's my view on the movie.
I should look it up. But it's like what you're saying, Alex. A lot of people, they tend to forget with Superman. It's like, technically before Marvel and DC were ever a fucking thing, Superman is considered the very first superhero ever. Like, he was made in 1904. Before, and that's another thing too. People tend to forget with Superman is just that his powers were just, they weren't what they evolved. Like, remember?
I had that conversation with several people.
How many people don't know that?
In the beginning, Superman was, this was Superman. He was faster than a fucking speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, and able to leap tall buildings in a single bound.
Exactly.
That was the limit
Superman,
of his abilities.
He cannot fly.
Yeah. That was like the limit of his abilities. And now, he's in God mode.
Yeah. So is Wonder Woman. She had an invisible jet. Now she just does whatever the hell she wants.
They definitely
can't
amp her
question
up.
it.
Yeah, so said officially, it's like Brightburn 2 is a possibility. It's a possibility, but it's not official yet. So because
that
it didn't.
Means no.
No, that's up to the studios want to take a chance on it and shit. So, but no, like I was just saying to Al Susan, like with Superman, I've talked about this for years, and so have other comic book fans. Even Kevin said that the biggest problem with Superman, any current writer out there who gets the Superman title, I truly feel sorry for, because how do you write for Superman? It's either he's so fuck overpowered where he's invincible, you can't beat him, or you make him so weak and watered down like Batman can kick his ass. Because like we know it's a comic book world, but guys, in all reality, Batman would fucking Superman would
he needs kryptonite to be able to
and even with
him.
kryptonite, there's been different versions of Superman. It's just like he wouldn't. The premise too is it wouldn't happen. But Superman is so hard to write for, because they've had times where they've given Superman powers. His power, he'll get a new power that lasts one issue, then it just goes away. It's like they've given him so many fucking versions and powers. It's like
Superman Prime.
Oh,
for example.
Jesus
He
Christ!
is-
All right.
That
he is
is
literally
I just
God.
thought of what we could do if you ever get the rights to write the Superman comic book. You kill off Superman,
It's just been
I'm
done.
up for that.
and you keep him dead,
Yeah.
I can go with that.
and you just start writing for Batman instead.
I agree. Because Superman
Because
had
fuck
some of the-
Superman.
He had
Yeah,
some of the
but
lamest.
Then the problem too is when you start getting major threats like Darkseid. Batman ain't doing shit against Darkseid. Simple as that. Man, when we all just watch that cartoon, if Darkseid shows up, what's Batman gonna do?
everything.
Seriously, it's like,
He's Batman.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, the 2 words right there. Here's how he wins. I'm Batman. Boom.
It's like, come on, it's like
explode.
that entire cartoon, Darkseid made Batman his bitch. That we're sitting there watching it like, God damn. It's like
Yeah,
he
but-
enslaved Batman. We were like, fuck, man.
Well,
love
you know
that. I
what?
love that.
Batman
I
has
love
a
that
utility
so
belt,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and he will find a way.
he does.
Batman even fucking said too in Justice League War, he goes, because when Green Lantern popped up, he goes, why do you want to make a team? Batman took off his fuck cow. He's like, we're facing fucking threats that none of us, not even Superman, can face by ourselves. Batman cannot take out a fucking whole legion of parademons. He's not fucking superhuman.
Well, I'm just saying kill off Superman, not the entire Justice League.
Well-
but they need Superman, because sometimes
Not really.
okay, when Doomsday pops up, good luck with that shit.
Give
They
him
still have
enough-
Supergirl.
Give him enough time to plan.
Go read the
Batman
comic.
is
When
undefeatable.
Doomsday fought Supergirl, he literally hit her with one finger, and she fucking flew like a few states back. Like,
Okay, well, they still have Superboy.
again,
Team up with Young Justice.
Superboy is such a watered
the
down
Teen
version of
Titans.
Superman. Like, it's the point of DC. It's like when Thanos, and actually in the actual fucking comics, when Thanos shows up, not even the fucking Hulk has beaten fucking Thanos in a 1-on-1 fight.
And that, you say that, and I said this to so many people. I was like, if they had made Thanos even a half of what he was in
Holy
the comic
Christ.
books, there would be no beating Thanos.
Oh, yeah,
Thanos
exactly.
in the comic books, Thanos literally conquered the universe
Yes.
with the gauntlet. He, like, nobody could beat him. They had to trick him
Yeah,
out of the gauntlet.
that's
Like,
really what it was.
I loved the movie. I loved his depiction in the movie over the comics. It's like
No, I did like
comics.
that.
I wanted so I could have death. Gay.
But that would be too complicated.
Movies,
so.
just like I want
was
to do
crazy.
it just because I want
And
to.
he
It's
only
like
wanted death because he had a jealousy of her relationship with Deadpool.
Yeah,
And he made
but you
Deadpool
can't do that
immortal.
into the movies, though. But
Yeah.
like I was saying, though, it's just the point that in the fucking comics, like people always get like Thanos versus one-on-one. There's still yet to be a Marvel character that's beating Thanos in a 1-on-1 fight. Nobody's fucking. People say, "Oh, well, Captain Marvel." No, trust me, I can
Yeah.
pop it up right
Wait.
now. Last time fought Captain Marvel, say she hit him once. Thanos purposely fucking got himself tied up because he wanted because he wanted to go after another character. Then it's like, okay, now Thanos starts smiling. He broke out of his handcuffs. Like, okay, now let's get serious. She goes, I'm gonna go binary mode. She went binary mode. He put her fucking head into to the fucking ground, just knocked her the fuck out. Like
Ghostwriter.
Ghostwriter couldn't do shit neither.
Actually, Ghostwriter could.
I think he made Ghost Rider his herald. No, there was
Yes,
in the
he
comic
did.
books where he sent Ghost Rider back in past to bring him the younger version of himself.
Yeah.
To come to the future to kill him.
He could have done it, but he didn't want to kill a baby. That's the only reason. But if Ghost Rider went all out, yeah, Thanos would be dead. People underestimate Ghost Rider, and I don't understand why. This dude will literally
Because he
kill
hasn't
you.
had a good movie yet.
Exactly. He
No,
will
well,
kill you
the
with the
reason-
things you've
Okay,
done.
let's see.
That's the
It's
thing.
This says, can Ghost Rider kill Thanos?
Yes.
Says, according to the pendants there, according to Thanos number 15, that doesn't work on Thanos. So Ghost Rider cannot defeat Thanos. Thanos can't defeat Ghost Rider either because he's an immortal being. So it's basically a standstill. So it's like,
So then he
So they're
wins.
equal.
So that he wins.
that's not a tie
They're
isn't
not
a win.
really- they're not
He
really
doesn't
equal.
win. They're equal.
No, wait a minute, stop.
That's
There
better
is
than
no
everybody else.
equal here. Thanos is way more powerful in terms of raw power. The only reason Ghostwriter doesn't die is because he can't die, but he cannot outpower Thanos.
Ghostwriter wins.
You can't fight Thanos. It got to the point where he worked for Thanos because it was the only way to balance them out. Like he was like,
so much of this shit. But
in the words of the legendary Trigon,
you know what? Fucking
we'll
all.
find out which one of us
will kill
rule
Thanos.
and which one of us
I don't
will serve.
know.
what's the point? No, fuck. Marvel and DC both got their interesting and bad fucking characters. It just depends on which character you like. It's like some
Captain
people.
Marvel.
Some people could fucking like Thor or Batman. Like Marvel really has no fucking version of Batman, but then like DC doesn't have a version of like say who knows?
Yeah, they do. They have Iron Man.
Huh?
Iron Man.
Yeah.
There's
a version
what?
of Iron Man. There's a version of Iron Man in DC. He's called Steel.
Yeah.
Yeah, but okay. Tony Stark is basically Bruce Wayne.
I know, but
Oh, yeah.
yeah, but there's no version. Tony Stark isn't Batman though. That's what I'm saying. It's
but
not like okay, Marvel has Mr. Fantastic, DC has Plastic Man, which is the exact same fucking thing, or the Elongated Man.
Yeah.
Just like okay, Deathstroke, Deadpool. Deadpool is a flat out rip off of
Green Arrow,
Deathstroke.
Hawkeye.
No, Iron Man is a ripoff of Batman because he uses all of his money to make these gadgets to do all these things. So yes, if you think about it, Batmobile, Iron Man suit. He makes like planes, subs, everything, and you have a ton of Iron Man suits for any situation. So yes, a brilliant and insanely brilliant person who has enough money to do anything, yeah, Iron Man, Batman, same person, different sides of the coin.
Boom.
Yeah,
Except Iron Man, I'm sorry, I think he
let's-
would fuck Batman up.
Yeah.
My opinion,
Nah.
Iron Man would
Listen.
wreck Batman.
This is a debate we could have all night.
Yeah.
None of us are going to win.
No.
In the end,
but it's
Batman
fun to
still
throw it out
is
there.
the
It's the-
best
it's
freaking
the point-
superhero
it's
on
the-
the face
it's
of
the
the planet,
point
and
that
everyone agrees.
Both companies have characters that don't match. There's no Marvel version of Green Lantern. Simple as that. There's none. Marvel has no version of Green Lantern. Just like Marvel has no version of Superman. Superman is unique to DC. That's the point.
Yes, actually they do. Sentinel.
You mean Sentry?
Yeah, Sentry.
What's
sorry.
his name?
The dude who went head to head with Hulk and knocked
Sentry.
and kind of wasted all of that when he's
there's Sentry.
Yeah,
There's a
Sentry.
There's a dude in the
is
Marvel universe.
Superman.
That's like Green Lantern.
No, but
That's like Superman.
well, the problem with Superman is his powers become like anybody who has flight and heat vision. They're like Superman, but anyway. But yeah, I can never say
Hyperion.
Hyperion.
There's a list of people here actually that they say are Superman like, but Hyperion was the guy I was talking about.
Yeah.
He is literally Superman's doppelganger. Came from another planet, came to Earth, has literally all the same powers as Superman,
Christ.
except he
Is
has
his
no
name
weakness.
Kent Clark?
He has no weakness. No,
Maybe.
I
Like
forgot his
Slade
name.
Wilson?
I forgot about
Wade Wilson.
Hyperion, but yeah. Sentry's also another one. That,
Yeah, Gladiator, Hyperion, Sentry, Blue Marvel are Superman's knockoffs in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
Every one of these guys have at one point or another being called Marvel Superman. But yeah, there are guys
Sentry-
that...
Next
It's
topic.
interesting,
We've gotten
though.
on to freaking superheroes.
We're deep into superheroes.
We are way too deep into
And now
superheroes.
for something completely
Well,
different.
because we started off with Danny Masterson raping women. It's like,
But we never got to the end part. We said his name and then got
and then spun off on a tangent.
so last year, because I know Elle, you didn't watch this, but I know Susan did, and Al to an extent, we watched The Ranch. We had Ashton Kutcher. And
Well, I
Danny
didn't watch The Ranch. I just love Danny Masterson.
Well, I watched about the first 2 seasons, and he's Ashton
Yeah, I
Kutcher's
know.
brother, but he got fired from it last year because of rape accusations. And like anything, I'm just like, hey, accusing a person is one thing until actual fucking proof, and it's been like, so now it's official according to he has been bailed out and he's been charged. So he's still been charged. He hasn't been fucking convicted, but like, we'll see. But yeah, he's been charged by the Los Angeles DA for raping 3 women. He faces 45 years to life in prison.
Here's the question. Because a lot of these guys, the moment like they're accused, aside from Johnny Depp because he didn't do shit, when they're accused, they come out and they say flat out, yeah, I did this.
Yeah.
Danny Masterson, has he admitted yet that he actually did do these things?
Well, as of right now, so he's been charged with raping 3 women in separate incidents at his home between 2001 and 2003. The DA's office declined to file charges against him in 2 other cases, one for insufficient evidence and the other based on the statute of limitations for the crime. But let's see. He just says his lawyer, of course, released a statement just saying he's innocent, and we're confident that he will be exonerated when all the evidence finally comes to light and witnesses have the opportunity to testify. It says obviously him and his wife are in complete shock considering that these nearly 20-year-old allegations are suddenly resulting in charges being filed. But they and their family are comforted knowing that ultimately the truth will come out. The people who know him know his character and know these allegations to be false. So he was released on bail for $3.3 million.
So charged, but yet still going through, which makes no sense. The limitation, to my knowledge, was 5 years. I'm not saying rape is acceptable, but the whole thing literally throws up. If I was a referee in a soccer game, I'd be throwing so many little of those things that's not even funny, because none of that makes much sense to me at all.
And that's why I asked, did he ever admit it? Because it's been brought up for a couple of years now, since the Me Too movement started, that he has done it. But there's no, definitive evidence saying he's, admitted or...
You know what makes it hard to fucking accept shit like this? Is that if you were raped, why do you wait 20 years?
Yeah.
Why do you wait till his career is in full swing and he's making millions of dollars?
Any woman here now say that's going to be fucking piece of shit.
It's the truth.
It is.
No, I would like somebody to answer that.
Oh, then this has been. I've seen that question asked.
I would love somebody to answer. Why would you wait
allows
until
him to say that?
Like when he's nobody and he doesn't have anything, he rapes you and you just let it go, and then 20 years later, when his career is in upswing,
well, actually, they're saying he raped them when his career was in full swing. When he was on that 70s show.
But why did they wait?
Now they're waiting.
Why wait is my thing. Something. If you've been raped, why wait? Why would you wait? And 20 years later, it's like, oh, well, I've finally gotten to the point where I can't take it anymore, and now I'm coming out. Like, why?
Okay.
What's the point of that?
Well, to finish this, and I'll finish what you were, Al, saying, according to this the article, is that he's accused of raping a 23-year-old woman between January and December 2001. In April 2003, the complaint states he allegedly raped a 28-year-old woman, and sometime between October and December, he is accused of raping a 23-year-old woman that he invited to his Hollywood Hills home.
That she went to his Hollywood Hills home.
Yeah, but he and his wife have been together for years.
So, the deputy director says, years. The Sex Crimes Division, who is prosecuting the case, said all of the alleged crimes occurred at his home. If convicted, says he receives a possible maximum sentence of 45 years, and says that he was doing that with his co-star Ashton Kutcher from the 70s show on Netflix's The Ranch. In December 2017, when the rape allegations surfaced, so these are 3 years old, he was departed from the series.
Yeah.
Before I get to Al's segment, so like anything, I had to type in rape. What's the statute of limitations on sex crimes? The problem is, like anything, it depends on the state. So some states are 15 years, some states are 5 years. They're in Los Angeles, so. But yeah, it's like it says you have to look up your state. Every state has different statute of limitations on rape. So
what state is he in? Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, yeah. I can actually look it up right now.
Yeah.
So I don't honestly, Al, I can't answer that question as somebody who's never fucking been raped.
No, the thing is, it's so. What? Because I just don't get it. Like I can't. I'm telling you right now, if anybody violates me in any way, I'm not gonna wait 20 years to be like, oh yeah, back in 2020, this guy punched me in the face, or
I mean, if Elliot reached out and touched Al's penis right now, Al, this is the right to go to the police and say, Elliot grabbed my wiener.
No, I'm going to let him finish.
No. You challenged Longhorn. I have nothing to do with this. You literally challenged Longhorn that you were coming for him and Sue. I got nothing to do with this, so Longhorn touched your penis, not me. Not me.
Is that why you're sitting with that?
I looked up legalmatch.com. It says, what is a statute of limitations and what are the California statute of limitations on sexual abuse crimes? So, it says each state has their own. I know that already. Sexual abuse is one offense, but then there's different types. Child abuse, rape, aggravated assault. Okay, what is California though? In California, you must file a civil claim of childhood sexual abuse within 8 years of the age of majority before your 26th birthday. However, California has adopted an extension of the statute of limitations based on the discovery of child sexual abuse and its effects. I'm trying to find that sexual abuse. Where's rape charges, though? Molestation. Wow. It's gonna be.
Well, while you're doing that, the funny thing is now what people are referring to as the gaming Me Too movement is now all of these random allegations are happening about Twitch staff, Twitch streamers, and YouTube gaming streamers out of nowhere.
See, this is the same. What is the statute of limitations in California? Depending on the type of case or procedure, California's statute of limitations range from 1 to 10 years. So, again, I mean, just like this happened supposedly 20 years ago. I mean, I don't. But
and now all of a sudden, like, they're coming out and saying, he did this to me.
yeah, like I would say, I mean, I've asked that question a ton of times because people, like, especially when the whole Bill Cosby thing hit, that, this happened like, whatever, fucking 20, 30, 40 years ago and stuff. This happened 40 years ago, and now you're talking about this shit now, and people have constantly asked the question, like, why didn't you tell anybody? I wouldn't say their defense, that's a wrong word to say. They would always say that, maybe because Cosby was a different name than, say, Danny Masterson, but they would say that, if I told anybody back in the 80s Bill Cosby raped me, who the fuck is going to believe me? That's what they would always say. So
of course, like, certain things, like, you need, like, valid proof, you need, like... there's a whole thing to it.
That's a whole cop-out, and I'll tell you why.
You still should come forward, even if, like...
Exactly. Regardless of who this man is, or whatever you think is going to happen, if he raped you and violated you, why would you protect him? Why would you say, oh, nobody's going to believe? Like, I mean, you know what? Realistically, I get it. Some women actually do that. They don't want to deal with the burden or the shame or the embarrassment or having that situation played out in public, and I get that. But if you decide to bottle it up after it happens, then bottle it up and forget about it. Like, don't wait 20 years to, like, bring it out. Because it's harder to believe you 20 years later. Like, it's... If you accuse Bill Cosby of rape in the 80s or the late 70s, and you had to fight an uphill battle to prove your point, to be heard, and all the women that would come out and side with you because they've been through the same experience, it'll be a whole different thing if you did it in the moment. When you wait 20 or 30 years, it's harder to believe you. It just is.
Yeah.
It always seems like you have a motive, and the motive is always money.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's with any of the allegations that have happened towards anyone, except for Harvey Weinstein.
Sure.
Because there were, way too many.
Yo, Harvey Weinstein, I always think about Dave Chappelle's joke when he was like, did you see this guy? Yuck. And I shit you not, before I even watched that stand-up, that's what I thought. I was like, there's no way women are having sex with this guy on purpose. He's definitely raping women. Like, he has to. Like,
he's not...
He was jerking off in the plants, too. All the shit he was doing.
But a lot of people, like, if there's, like, one woman coming out and she's like, yeah, like, 30 years ago, I had an interview with such and such, and when it was done, then all of a sudden, like, he invited me back to his hotel room. This brings me back to the comment I made about Pamela Anderson.
Yeah.
When you're in this type of business, you learn, who do you talk to? Who don't you talk to? Who can you trust to be alone with? Who do you need to have, like, 5 friends with you? Like, and certain things are common sense.
That's a fact, 100%.
You're victim blaming Sue.
And this is the
well, fuck the victims.
Here's the
fuck
thing that
them.
she said.
Well, by their allegations, somebody did.
The thing that bothers me so much about it is,
wait.
They like a lot of these girls that are claiming that they're victims. They want to play like a dual role because there's no way you tell me that you didn't understand what this guy was planning when he invited you up to his room at 3 o'clock in the morning. In the back of your head, you were thinking to yourself,
he wants to fuck me.
I'll just do this so it boosts my career. That was the game plan.
No, that never happens.
No, that's the game plan. Like,
how dare you, Al? Women don't think like that.
And for whatever reason, you didn't get what you wanted out of the deal. And you spent a lot of time being mad at yourself, hating yourself, being disgusted with yourself, seeing him continuing his dirty practices with nobody checking him or stopping him. And at some point, you become angry enough to come out, right?
I'm going to tell you right now, every time I do whatever, I go to a hotel room. So therefore, He knows what he's getting into when he comes to the hotel room. I know what I'm getting into when I go to the hotel room.
This is the thing. If somebody invites you to their home or a hotel or anyway at 3 a.m. in the morning, clearly these are not business hours, and he is not thinking about offering you a role.
This is kind of a comical side note, but because I was listening to Ralph Garman this week, he's mentioning different. He's been doing different his favorite movies of the year. I know Al had to see this, but I asked Susan and Elliot. Do you guys remember the movie Bowfinger?
What?
What the fuck?
Really? Oh my god! You have to watch Bowfinger. I remember Bowfinger is a fucking comedy. Eddie Murphy. And Ralph was saying, he was, listen, I love Eddie Murphy. This to me is by far my fucking favorite film by Eddie Murphy. Me and Dad watched Bowfinger like 10 times together. He loved Eddie Murphy in this goddamn movie. You gotta watch it sometime, so. But basically, Heather Graham. Okay, Steve Martin plays a character real quick. That's Bowfinger, and he's a struggling fucking director. He can't get a movie made, and he hires Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy is he's the double of this major fucking Hollywood star that's like on top of the world. He plays a guy who looks just like him, and the shit that happens to him is fucking hilarious. But anyway, Heather Graham is in the film, and she plays a character where it's like she's basically sleeping around with everybody. And and this was reportedly Steve Martin at one point was dating Anne Hesh. Now, Anne Hesh is fucking notoriously fucking known for, like, when she was in Hollywood, she was fucking every director there fucking was an actor because she was trying to sleep her way to the fucking top. And that's a well-known fucking thing. Anne Hesh was like fucking, there wasn't any actor director wasn't fucking Anne Hesh. And then she was going between men and women just because she was trying to get a fucking bigger name in Hollywood and shit. So it's not far-fetched to what I was saying. It's like, it happens all the time.
At least she was equal opportunity there?
Well, Joe Rogan, remember fucking that 2 Netflix specials ago, Joe did a whole thing about Harvina Weinstein. He goes, if I had a son, he's like, I would tell my son, you got to eat out Harvina's pussy to play Batman. Like, Joe did that whole fucking skit. I was in fucking tears where he's saying, he's like, the hypocrisy. He goes, what would you do if you were a young and upcoming male actor and you had to sleep with a fucking female producer to get the new Batman movie? He's like, you goddamn well know you would do that shit. Like,
yeah.
But that's the problem, because if in Hollywood it is okay for people to trade sex for roles, and 2 consenting adults agree, okay, we do whatever, you get this role. Okay, that's a deal right there.
Yeah.
2 consenting adults. See, this is the issue because Hollywood has its own fucking rules. It's disturbing. People continuously say rape culture. There's a rape culture. Okay, let's think of this. Because a lot of people are against it. I don't think I've seen anyone say rape is the best thing in the world, let's keep it going. Because I would have to literally slap the fucking shit out of someone's mouth. But in Hollywood, sex is a form of currency.
It really is.
That everybody throws around left and right.
It's not just Hollywood. Sex is a form of currency in general. Like, trading sex for things is like literally the oldest profession on the planet.
But in Hollywood, you hear about it all the time. This person had sex with this director, regretted it years later. He took advantage of the situation. No, you used your body to get a role. 2 consenting adults. That's the issue. So are we slut-shaming or is it something different? Well, this is the confusion.
Technically, if you're using your body to get the role, you're the one taking advantage of the situation, not him.
Well, but that's the confusion.
And I'm going to say this, and this might be an unpopular opinion.
Go ahead.
I am not opposed to a woman using sex to get what she wants. Exactly. My problem starts when you want to wait 20 years later and say, oh, I was raped or I was violated.
Yeah.
Don't do that. If you want to use sex or use your body, most people won't agree with it. But I don't care. Like, I think if you want to get ahead and sex is the way that you're going to do it, that's fine. Because honestly, a lot of men value sex. Like, so they will give you what you want to sleep with you. And if that's the path you take, that's fine. Don't, however, come back 20 years later and say, oh, this guy raped me, or my career didn't go the way I want, so I'm going to punish this guy, or he's been doing it. Don't. Just knock it off. You're not a victim. You participated until things didn't go your way. Like, you were a participant. You actively contributed to this fucked up scenario, and now that shit isn't going the way you like, now it's a problem.
Exactly. Like, they could have had sex. It could have gone way too fast. He could have nutted quickly. And now she's sitting there going, well, he raped me.
What's that guy's thing that Middle
minute, wait,
Eastern
stop, stop.
Canadian's
Hold on, wait,
name?
Stop.
Hold up.
Is there something you want to tell us? Sue?
No.
Sue,
Sounds like there's something you want to get
not
off
your
your
fault.
chest.
okay.
You
Sue,
want to vent because we're here for
Sue,
you.
look at me. Look at me. Sue,
What?
it's not your fault. Sue,
Listen,
Sue,
listen. I
look at
disagree.
me.
I disagree, Sue.
It's not your fault.
It is your fault because that thing might have been too much for him to handle.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
That good might have been really good.
I'm
good.
not
I'm the
Joking off your
captain, and I'm telling you,
I'm the captain.
it's not your fault.
What the fuck?
Before we move on for this, Jesus Christ. But,
I was just giving an example. God.
yeah.
It's not your fault.
We read between the lines. Anyway, so, but no. Before we move on to the next thing, but what's scary about that is like I was saying, this doesn't happen just in Hollywood. I've asked this question for a ton of people, and I can never get a legit answer because I'll ask it now. So, if like Sue, you're working at a corporate job, and say
Cool.
you work in an office, okay?
No.
You go to your boss and you want a raise.
Okay.
He won't give you a raise unless he's like, hey, if you want a raise, unzips his fucking pants, and here's your raise.
I'll blow him.
Oh, Jesus, okay.
That's her choice as an
At least she admitted
adult,
to it.
though.
Listen,
but check
like I
this-
said, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
I'm just mad when you come back years later.
But some people
I'd wanna be a
would call
victim.
that, say that's a
Wait, how old is he?
I don't care. It's whatever. It's the point.
It matters to me.
I don't know.
Like, am I sucking an old wrinkly penis?
Does it matter?
Does he have a
It
bottle?
does matter.
Does he have a bottle of Viagra on the desk? Come on.
Like, is he a hot 30-something-year-old
Sure,
or
let's
like
go with
a
that.
wrinkly
He
80-something-year-old?
looks like Charlie Hunnam.
Okay, well, yeah, I'll like. Look at-
He's a hot 30-something-year-old with an 80-year-old penis.
But can we blame her for her making her choice? Wouldn't
No.
that be slut shaming?
Well, that's the
Yo, listen.
okay. So it's the whole fucking premise of like
not your fault.
there's so many women out there that feel like if this guy is only going to give a woman a raise because for a sexual favor, that's abusing his power. I get that. Now roles reverse, right? So
But if I were the one in control and say Charlie Hunnam came up to me and was like, I'm interested in a raise, and I lifted my skirt up and said, well, get to it.
Jump out of the closet, take your
And
pictures
this
and
is
run.
the situation is complicated for this reason, as
Yeah.
Chris just pointed out. There are a lot of women that'll be upset because it's like, no, I had to work hard for where I got to, so you shouldn't be able to sleep your way to the top. There's a lot of guys that'll say,
Exactly.
well, you won't offer me the same benefits because I'm not the boss and he's the boss and he gets to, and there's girls that's going to be like, well, no matter what side of the
No
coin
matter
fall
what
on,
you do, someone's wrong
Yeah.
in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're
No
not
matter
going
what
to make
decision you
everyone
make.
happy.
no matter what decision you make, my only thing is if you are the type of woman that decides I'm going to use everything that I have to get where I want to be in life, I am not fucking mad at you.
No.
Do what you got to do. Get where you want to get. Fuck whatever anybody got to say. My only gripe is do not come back fucking 10, 15, 20 years later.
Don't try to hurt
because
people.
things didn't work out the way you thought they should and say, oh, this guy...
Preach it out.
This guy did this or did that. Like some girls get mad at...
Say it with your chest.
But this girl got a raise and didn't have to do what I did.
Well, that's what I'm
crazy.
saying. That was kind of like before it got weird, but that's the double standard. Obviously, a guy's abusing his power if he tells a woman, "I'm only going to give you a raise if you blow me." But then, what happens if a woman walks into the fucking boss's office? Hey, what's going on? I want a raise. Can't give you one. She goes, okay, well, how about you give me one now? And then she gets down on her fucking knees, and he's like, well, I mean, since you're offering, like,
And it has happened. Like,
Well,
it's not
yeah,
like
yeah,
it's not,
yeah.
you know?
But people on wherever would say, oh, well, it's different. It's not different when a girl's offering it to you, and he's like, you know what?
The
not.
reality of it is, like, no matter what side you're on, if you're the man or you're the woman, understand that the actions have consequences. So if you're caught, you're definitely going to lose your career. However, if you're brave enough to take the chance, fuck it, do what you got to do. Like if
one
you're
for
a
the
boss
team.
if you're as a man in a boss position, you know that if you take advantage of a woman and she goes to HR, you're done for.
Yeah.
However, if you're ballsy enough to put it all on the line, do your thing. Like, if you get away with it, fine. If you don't, then that's the consequences. Same thing for women.
We're all going to hell for this.
If you're ballsy enough to do it, I'm getting an incoming call right now.
If you're balls deep
If
into
you're
it.
ballsy enough to do it, then do it. Like, as a woman, where like, I'm sexy, I'm hot. This guy's definitely gonna, be putty in my hands. I could get a raise. Do your thing. Understand that if you get caught, you're gonna go down in a
wear
flaming ball
your
of
good
fire.
bra. Dress in your best.
Make sure to shower.
Make sure your makeup is done correctly. Your hair. Wear heels.
Bring goggles because that shit shoots out really hard and it can take your eye out.
Damn. Anyway.
Hey, I'm just trying to help some lonely woman out there who's indecisive.
Unbutton the third button.
My God. Let me jump out of the closet.
Make sure the slit goes up to your ass.
I need some more alcohol.
Sue knows this stuff. I want to know more, Sue. How do you know this?
I watch a lot of porn.
It's not your fault, Sue. It's not your fault.
Hand me one of those cherry Cokes.
Holy Christ.
My God.
Are you sure you want one? Chris is like saving those.
No, go ahead.
Are you saving them?
No, the vanilla ones aren't bad. I'm just saying, I want...
Wear jeans that have a tear right under your right butt cheek.
Do you know this name, Al? Because I don't know if Elliot and Susan do, but do you know the guy Chris D'Elia? You heard about that the past day or two?
D'Elia?
Brings a tear to my eye right now.
Okay, well, he's another one. He's been another comedian. It's been hit. So he's been dropped by his talent company for sexual misconduct allegations. Apparently, too, I guess Whitney Cummings and some other.
Against Whitney Cummings, she's one of my favorite comedians.
Well, I guess she had him on his fucking podcast. She actually took down the podcast because
he sexually harassed her.
He's been fired from his agency in the light of multiple sexual harassment allegations made against him recently. He's denied it, but they're accusing him of having inappropriate relationships with underage girls. Last week, the 40-year-old told TMZ, "I know I've said and done things that might have offended people during my career, but I've never knowingly persuaded any underage woman at any point." So he says, "All of my relationships have been both legal and consensual, and I've never met or exchanged any inappropriate photos with people who have tweeted about me," he said. He also added that he said, "That being said, I am really truly sorry. I was a dumb guy who absolutely let myself get caught up in my lifestyle. That's my fault."
What's his name again?
Chris, D''Elia. So he's being accused of having sex and offering tweets and I
do know this guy.
The actor began fielding heat from users on Twitter after one woman came forward with allegations and said she shouldn't fathom because he's being cast as the pedophile in Netflix's series You. So it says his former co-star Whitney Cummings on comedian's sexual harassment accusations, but she's had him on her podcast before and she's talked about him in the past about being co-workers, but she's recently he was on her podcast, she took her podcast down, the episode, so people can listen to it. So I don't know.
It sounds awfully familiar.
This woman who's accusing him, she has alleged screenshots of emails that she claims to have exchanged with the actor in 2014, 2016, when she was just 16. It says, "Imagine being 16 and being groomed by a stand-up comedian twice your age, and the only reason you never met up and never got physically molested was because you had just gotten a boyfriend your own age," she alleged.
Where are these screenshots?
Yeah.
If you're saying you have screenshots to prove it, where are the screenshots?
My thing is, I'm never on the team. Like, I'm not on the side of anybody who's molesting children and shit like that.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna wait until they prove whatever the fuck they say. Like, I'm not gonna be all against this guy just because somebody says allegedly that he's done this or done that. Give me some proof.
I mean, as of right now,
because if they could prove that he's actually molesting young females or whatever, then I'm 100% his enemy. Like.
Well, she said she has screenshots, so I want to see the screenshots. So, if he did do these things, release the screenshots. Let everybody know. But until then, innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest problem with our society today is the fact that no one anymore is innocent until they're proven guilty.
I know, but to me, I won't let people because there's currently a situation with not a celebrity but a voice actor going on, and I've seen no evidence, and I still believe he's innocent.
I haven't listened to the checks. It's on YouTube. Someone shared it on a Joe Rogan page. But Al, do you guys know who Sam Tripoli is?
I've heard of the name.
Well, he put up on YouTube. He just said that a video saying that there's been zero evidence so far, and if you are or were a fan of his, here's Sam Tripoli giving his best response I've heard yet concerning his allegations against him, and of course our kangaroo court, they call it, that's already determining his guilt. So, but
Yeah, because like I said in previous ones, social justice is its own thing. And for some reason, people listen to it because it's a bunch of people who live by their phone and Twitter accounts and Facebook accounts.
Yep.
It's people who don't actually have life experience. So what the almighty social media says, they follow like sheep and slaves. Yeah. Oh, well, this person's tweet said that. Mine also says that, you know, the world is a fucking bar. The world is not spherical or flat. It's a giant pole. Are you going to believe me now? Because you believe social media?
Mine says the world is my oyster.
Maybe it is. Who's to say if you're wrong or not?
Yeah. So, again, then we'll see what happens. And I'm still under the same guidelines as Al and Elliot and Susan. Like, hey, listen, I've always said, until you give me fucking proof, I'll say the guy right now, he has the right to prove himself, and maybe he did, maybe he didn't. If he's guilty, throw the fucking book at him. If he's innocent, there should be some serious repercussions of this woman or who's accused him of shit. Unless if you're just lying to just lie and for whatever fucking reason, we need to start hitting that fucking point now where it's like, he just lost his job from his company. If he is innocent, then fuck, there should be some kind of loss. I'd sue the fuck out of her. Because, like I said, this guy, who knows if he's fucking innocent and you ruin his career, his life, that's all it takes now, is still in 2020 a fucking accusation. That if this guy loses his livelihood, it's bullshit.
Sue them into a poverty they will never come out of. And if you think that's too harsh, well, guess what? This fake accusing people shit is ruining people's lives that they can never recover from.
That's the thing. Exactly. I feel like there should be, like, I agree with you. The punishment for a fake accusation should be so fucking drastic that people have to actually stop and weigh the fucking whether it's worth it or not.
Yeah.
It's like your life should be ruined. When you falsely accuse somebody of anything like rape or just anything in general, your life should be fucking ruined for it.
That's why I stay to myself. I don't hold open the doors for women or old people anymore. I don't give my seat up on the bus because I don't want to, he tried to fuck. No, I didn't try to touch you. No, I stay away from people because this shit is rampant. And you don't know who to believe because everybody throws it out there. Like, oh, it happened to me too. My God, that's the most common words put together. No, It's hard to believe when 9 out of 10 times it's a lie for attention or money. Then you got to feel bad for that one person it really happens to. But how do you know it's that one person when everybody keeps saying the same stories
over and over again?
See,
exactly.
This is
it sucks.
So Whitney Cummings is not holding back. The 37-year-old comic once starred in the short-lived sitcom Whitney alongside Chris, who has come under fire for allegedly sexually harassing underage women. Says the comedian began fielding heat from users on Twitter after one woman came forward with allegations that she couldn't fathom being cast as a pedophile on this series. So Whitney Cummings made a tweet saying, "It saved me a couple days of processed information I've learned about Chris. I'm devastated and enraged by what I've read and learned. This is a pattern of predatory behavior. This abuse of power is enabled by silence, not that I'm aware of. I won't be silent. Girls should be able to be a fan of a comedian they admire without becoming a sexual target. It's the adult's responsibility to be an adult."
See, I fucking hate that. The concept that a woman is automatically a victim just enrages me. Like, if this guy is a popular celebrity, we understand that there are groupies out there, that there are women who would sleep with somebody just because he's popular or he's the new it thing. Don't all of a sudden pretend like I said, if this guy is actually sleeping with minors, then I'm not on his team. But I hate just in general the concept of because she's a woman and because he's a celebrity, she's automatically a victim. Yeah. No, she sought him out. Like they seek out these guys. There are women who make plans like, I'm gonna have a baby by a basketball player or a baseball player, or I'm gonna be the baby mother of so and so because they know it's lucrative. And a lot of times, random groupies in general, just want to sleep with a guy because he's popular.
Wow.
There are a lot of girls who sleep with rappers, comedians, athletes, just because they're popular.
Well, I'm going to blow this shit out of the water then. Okay, they want to believe all these people. Then do these people automatically believe that Joe Biden sexually assaulted Tara Reid? I mean, she came forward. She came forward years ago, but nobody believes her because he's now running for president. And there's a lot of people who are like, oh, women should be heard, but all the evidence need to be found. Okay, but you guys wanted to impeach Donald Trump, automatically saying, and I forget that one dude's name for Supreme Justice.
Well, here's the thing. The problem becomes this.
Double-edged sword. Let's do the double-edged sword. Devil's advocate right here, motherfucker.
It's not a double-edged sword, and I'll explain why. This is the problem. If you're the president or you nominate somebody for the Supreme Court that has a sexual allegation against them, and everybody around you says, no, we're not doing it, we're going to leave it alone, then why in the world would I take you serious when you try to investigate me for it? Like, if I'm not allowed to investigate you for it, then why in the world would I be like, okay, yeah, fine, investigate me? No, he's not, of course.
Except for the fact that this woman came forward after, 40 years after he did this to her?
Actually,
and could not remember details of the night, and all of her friends said, no, that never happened.
Well, here's the counter to that argument. The women that are accusing Donald Trump of sexual misconduct have been accusing him forever. Way before he even ran for president. Way before they accused him when it happened.
I'm not talking Donald Trump. I'm talking Kavanaugh.
You're talking about Kavanaugh, but I'm talking about Donald Trump.
I'm talking about Biden.
when the sexual
fuck Biden.
When the sexual assaults happened, they reported it and they tried to bring charges against it. Yeah. And he spent a lot of money trying to make it go away. And then they brought it up again when he started running.
So did Bill Clinton.
And everybody was like, no, we're not doing this. This is a lie, whatever. So my question is, if Sue accuses you of rape, right, saying that you raped her, and I try to investigate you, and you decided not to let me investigate you,
at least make it somewhat interesting.
Then it'll be crazy if you try to investigate me for a rape.
It's not my fault, so.
As the simple reality is, if I'm not allowed to investigate you, then I'm not taking you serious.
You could have found someone more like.
Okay, all right. Let's do this.
No offense, Elliot.
If Sue accused Longhorn of rape,
okay, I would not accuse Longhorn of rape.
See how the
first and foremost.
My.
Oh, how the tables have turned. I would never let him near me. I would never do that. What's so bad about me?
Yeah.
Okay, I would not let you near me, though. There's a big difference.
But I technically have to be near you to walk to the seat for podcasts.
Okay, that's something different.
But I have to be near you.
Sexually, I would not let you near me.
I wouldn't know what to do, so I don't think Yeah. Well, I irritate her. I don't know how, but that's her own preference.
Elliot might rock your world. What if, and this is just me being devil's advocate, what if it went down and it was the best you've ever had?
She'd need a safe word.
Jesus Christ.
I'm into very.
My safe word is keep going.
Well, see, that can't be a safe word because it has to be something you wouldn't say during the events.
That is an amazing safe word.
Yes. But if she said that word, I would then have to stop because it meant that I was pushing too far beyond what she was comfortable with.
You're misunderstanding.
Well, unfortunately, I've had to use them before, so.
What the fuck is Junior?
I would happily exist in a world of confusion. Like, should I stop? Should I keep going? We're gonna find out the hard way.
That's why there's a safe word. One that you don't just kind of toss out there in the midst of it.
To add on,
my safe word is I love you.
Jesus Christ.
Well, you'd never say that, so let's go with it. I now know your safe word, Sue.
But yeah, the day after, before Whitney Cummings, also Amy Schumer. Amy Schumer she didn't say Chris's name verbatim, but she made a tweet saying, "Hey, crazy time, right? Lots going on. I just want to take a second to say how brave the women coming forward are about the mistreatment they have experienced at the hands of comedians or in any other profession, especially the ones who weren't of legal age to consent. There are great men out there, and there are men who humiliate and abuse women and girls because of a power dynamic, or because when they were that age, girls wouldn't talk to them. Whatever the reasoning is, or it was, we are watching you." And she actually happened to tweet out too the number for women's abusive hotline and stuff. So but
Good for Amy Schumer. She sucks.
Fuck Amy Schumer.
She weirds me out. I cannot watch a movie with her in it. She grosses me out.
Yeah, here's the thing.
audibly
Like, there are
gag.
good actresses out there. But it seems like the more recent ones that have come into fruition, they all fucking suck.
I don't know. I've never been a fan of Amy Schumer. I don't want to just shit on her all night. But I'm gonna.
She might like that, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so this was Pauly Shore's podcast. Pauly Shore's podcast where it said Whitney Cummings.
Oh my God, Pauly Shore is actually still alive?
Yeah.
And he's at a podcast. So.
Wow. We're
Wow.
on the same level as Pauly Shore.
Watch his Joe Rogan interview. It's kind of sad what happened to him. One movie in the Army now just kind of destroyed his life but I still love Pauly Shore. I don't care. I think he's fantastic. Yeah, he can be annoying very easily with his weasel persona, but
I think Encino Man was the movie that I liked him the
I
most in.
loved him in Encino Man. I even loved him in the Army now. There was something funny about it.
See, look at this right here. This is just a prime example. This is from this is on Stitcher and Pauly Shore's podcast from January 31st, 2015. Now I'm not going to play it. Episode 16, but I'm reading the episode info. Kind of funny where it says that okay. Chris and Whitney, if you can remember, he starred in Whitney's sitcom that lasted for a while entitled Whitney. Chris played Whitney's boyfriend. They are also super, super best friends. So sit back and listen and enjoy this week's episode of my podcast, Interested. It's Whitney Cummings and Chris on the comments, and the subject is sitcoms. So years and years ago, boy, they were the bestest fucking buddies on the freaking planet, and this is why people said every fuck podcast she's been on him with, she's tried her best to take it, remove it, but like, I don't know, it's kind of funny how you guys were best friends a couple years ago and you were on the same sitcom together, and he was, such a great guy, and now it's like, I'm disgusted by how...
One of these things is not like the others.
But I mean, but if he is, but like we were saying, based on current accusations, right now, these are accusations, that's all they are. You've got no concrete, so, what?
Yeah, but we understand that as logical adults. Yet again, these people on Twitter and all that, you could say that guy beat up a cow and they would believe it without proof. We use our brains to consciously know, okay, these are accusations, innocent until proven guilty. Let's see the evidence, because I'm not going to literally set this man's life and career on fire over words.
This is the thing. Excuse me. This is why I need them to, whatever proof they have, I need them to come forward.
Exactly.
Because I am the type that I am 1,000% against like pedophilia. Like I'm not with it on any level. And if it comes out that he's actually been having sex with like children, young teenagers that are like fucking 15, 16 or whatever, I'm going to fucking be balls to the walls against him. Yeah. I'm going to be out here screaming for his crucifixion.
His life would be forfeit then.
Yeah,
only
on the
with
flip side of that coin, because I know how extreme I'm going to be if he is actually doing it, I'm going to need you to prove that he's doing it. Because I'm not about to fucking run headlong into this situation and try to fucking crucify this guy if it's just angry girls fucking saying shit because they're angry.
Yeah. So when Sue gets back, we're about to fucking get into her short story, because I didn't get to talk to Al a bunch about that. Wish Junior was here for that.
And the Adventures of Longhorn.
Remember, you're challenging Longhorn, so you go for Sue. I go for Jen.
There is no challenge here.
I told Jen.
I made her decision. Like she is like,
So. Also on the funny side too, I don't know if you heard about Ron Jeremy. Ron Jeremy's been charged with sexual assault.
How?
Yeah. This dude's job is getting paid to fuck people.
Is getting paid to fuck people, literally.
He touched me the wrong way while he was fully inside me.
Every girl that knows who Ron Jeremy is going out of their way to try to fuck him. Like, there's no way that he has to sexually harass anybody.
I've seen him. I've seen some of his stuff, even in Orgasmo. That shit was hilarious. God damn.
No, even though Joe Diaz tweeted about Ron Jeremy saying this poor bastard, but okay, well, fuck it, pop it up.
Poor bastard with that anaconda.
He's charged with he's charged with 3 counts of rape, life in prison. So, okay, District Attorney. Now it's Tuesday. Her office had charged Ron Jeremy with 3 counts of forcible rape, 3 counts of forcible penetration by a foreign object, 1 count of forcible oral copulation, and 1 count of sexual battery. The charges relate to 4 separate incidents dating back to 2014. According to the DA's office, a 25-year-old woman claims Jeremy forcibly raped her at her home in WeHo back in May of 2014. It says they also say that he allegedly sexually assaulted 2 women on separate occasions at a bar in 2017. A 30-year-old woman claims that Jeremy forcibly raped her at the same bar in 2019. So, they want his bail set at $6 million. If convicted, now he's 64 years old. He faces a possible sentence of 90 years to life in state prison.
Holy fuck.
Did anybody see that 3-foot cobra in the bar? Nope. Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you.
Well, I mean, it's...
That was terrifying. Like, a woman could just say, oh, this guy did this. And your life is fucking up in the air, upside down.
It depends, though, because some guys, nobody believes it.
Okay.
It depends on the guys. Some guys, accusations will be brought against them, and people are like, no, you're full of shit. You're full of shit. You're a terrible human being. We don't believe it. And it happens. It depends on who the people like.
Yeah. This happened a couple of days ago, so I just want to mention this because everything's slowly opening back up. Gyms, movie theaters, etc., etc. Arnold, everyone knows Arnold. He's still, even as tremendous shape as Arnold in, he's still a 74-year-old man. So Arnold was going down to Gold's Gym, and he wanted to get his workout in because, he likes being out there and hanging out with fans and working out. He said that he won't work out at Gold's Gym because they're not wearing face masks. Now, apparently Gold's Gym, what I read, according to California state laws, that, and Arnold didn't agree with this, when you first enter Gold's Gym, you have to wear a mask upon entering the gym. Once you're in the gym working out, you're allowed to take your mask off. And Arnold's like, hold up, if you're going to be entering the gym, you should have your mask on at all fucking times. If you're doing a workout, why would you take your mask off in the first place? That's counterintuitive.
The mask restricts your breathing, and if you're working out, you need to breathe freely.
Yeah.
I get it, but it still doesn't make sense, because if you're in this time of the corona panic, gyms being open doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it says, when he got to the front desk, he was informed people needed to wear masks when they entered and when they were in certain common areas. But they do not require members to wear masks when they're working out. The fact is, Gold's is complying with the law. State regulations do not require people wearing masks when they lift, but Arnold's way more concerned about safety. When people moan, grunt, and handle the same weights, it's risky. They're also, to what I've gathered, not wiping down their equipment, which is like, if you have this thing, that's gonna... So.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Arnold's a fucking millionaire, so if he wants to work out, he could do that at home.
Which is, what he's doing, but I get, like, it was a situation where he was just saying, Gold's Gym, you're not, your regulations aren't what they should be. You should be regulating this stuff more. But,
they should be, and I get it, but still.
Walmart should as well.
Yeah.
So I know, did you see the video about the Walmart employee literally putting his hands on a customer? Customer didn't have a mask on, but other Walmart employees didn't have their mask on right either. I think so. And they didn't even have their masks on properly, but these people were putting their hands on customers to try to get them out of the door.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a second. You literally have employees not wearing the mask or not even having it fully on, and you're putting your hands and body blocking people.
Yeah.
How is that better? Because as a Walmart associate, I work there. You're not supposed to put your hands on people, period.
Yeah, the whole coronavirus thing, it's every fucking day. It's getting like, I don't know. It's like fucking like my cousin Dakota posted this earlier today that, a lot of states right now, they open back up and they're about to re-shut down their states because now corona cases are spiking up again. So it's like, This from People magazine saying, some states considering reversing reopenings as cases spike. See what's happening in your hometown area. The number of new daily cases in the U.S. is close to breaking the record set in April, with more than 30,000 new infections each day. Shit. So, well,
this thing isn't going anywhere, and we can't shut down everything as if that's going to solve the problem. It's not going to go anywhere because we're locking each other in houses for another 3+ months.
This is saying, though the number of new deaths has been declining, over half the country is seeing record numbers of the new COVID-19 infections. 26 states having an increasing number of cases over the last 2 weeks. So,
is that because Cuomo has stopped sending all these people with coronavirus to old folks' home to kill them.
Yeah, so I don't know long term again what's up the fucking Rona and the deaths and shit, but
we need to figure out a way to get used to this. It's here. It's going to stay around. It's been over, 3 months roughly? It's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And by locking everybody at home and giving everybody free money is definitely not helping. So we need to think of a better way.
So anyway, so Sue, are you back now?
Yep.
What the hell you got? You got 2 new beers? Holy shit!
My God.
Got another Bud Light Lime and another Seagrams, but this one's Peach Bellini.
Okay.
Not
Damn.
Bahama Mama?
I only had one.
That's sad.
Yeah.
One is never enough.
So we want to talk about this, but Junior's not here, so he can probably ask you next time, because I'm sure he will, because he loves torturing people, because he's a sick fuck.
Of course he does.
Yeah.
We've laughed about this, by the way.
But you can tell us what the fuck happened, because I'm somewhat curious, probably not as curious as Ellie and Al are, but like, what?
Hey, I don't know why you're curious. That's your cousin.
Well, no.
You shouldn't be curious at all. That's kind of disturbing.
Because I came home and I went upstairs to see what you were doing. You weren't home. I was like, Mom, the fuck Susan at? She goes, she left. Where'd she go? She went to the hotel. Oh, really now? So she went to the hotel again?
It's not like it was something new.
Well, I wasn't expecting
but it's
it.
interesting
But
to learn about.
When I came downstairs, I seen, my sister, your cousin. I was like, hey, where's Sue at? She goes, she left. And I'm like, okay. By the time she leaves, she goes, she's up to 3 o'clock. I'm like, she's up to fucking 3 o'clock? That's fucking impressive. Okay,
Wait, which
damn.
sister?
The darker one. Like,
The youngest?
yes.
There we go.
So, but I asked her, I was like, well, what happened? Did she get picked up? Did she get dropped off? She goes, well, Mom dropped her off. I'm like, okay, Mom dropped her off. And I was like, and she said at a hotel room. I was like, okay, hotel. So,
Okay, so for the record, the reason I got the hotel room was because the guys doing the windows were supposed to be doing it for 2 days.
well, see, my sister first said that, well, this was a Thursday. She goes, well, I was like, well, we're doing a podcast Saturday. We'll kind of roast her. And she goes, well, she's going to be gone for 4 days. I'm like, for 4 fucking days? How much money is he spending on her? And I'm like, holy shit. Like, I can't remember the last time anybody here spent money on a 4-day hotel room.
I would
Like,
definitely not spend that much money
Okay.
on a woman.
I was like, this man's in love with you.
Wow.
Or
Yes,
something.
he's definitely emotionally involved.
He's willing to give up
Yes.
everything he has for you.
Okay, here's the thing. I paid for the hotel room for the 2 days
Damn.
because of the fact that A, the windows were getting done in the attic,
Okay.
so I needed somewhere to stay.
Yeah.
Since there were people working up in what is technically my bedroom.
Mhm.
2, his birthday had been the previous week.
Oh, boy.
Birthday sex.
Fuck off, Al.
Wait. But Father's Day was Sunday.
Yes, Father's Day was Sunday.
Jesus, man.
So he was trying to become a father again.
Giggity. Tally ho.
Wow.
Well, what made it funny was you came back and I'm like, wait, what are you doing here? You're back early. So when you came back 2 days early, I'm like, holy fuck, did it go? What happened? So you're the one, you came downstairs and you're like, that was the most expensive hotel room I've ever been into. And I'm like, wow, holy shit. So you spent that kind of money? Then you're like, you said that's
It wasn't expensive. That's the thing. It was a Hilton hotel.
Oh, boy.
It was a nice ass freaking room.
It's the dramatic pause.
And it was very entertaining.
Yeah, what was
That's
entertaining
not what I
about it?
heard.
What did you say to me? Because I repeated it to these
First
two
of
assholes.
all,
Okay.
how much did it cost?
Yes.
None of your business.
But it's being brought up, so I think there are people who want
at
to
this
know.
point, it kind
on.
of is
Our
our
business.
business. Like,
I
mean,
will
'cause
not
I
repeat
know-
it over the podcast.
Triple
I know
digits.
generally the
Triple
Hiltons
digits.
are like nice rooms.
Where the fuck is Junior?
It was a very nice room, yes.
Yeah. So what happened? So I heard.
Okay, I'm just gonna spitball some numbers here. You don't have to give a definitive amount. I just want to know
She got
was
the
it
Trump package.
within the price range of
Package indeed.
300 to 400,
No.
Damn,
more or less.
Less.
God damn.
All right.
Still, Sue,
Still a very nice hotel room.
it's not your fault.
But I heard that. I heard the first night you got ditched and you were by yourself the first night.
Because he had his child.
Oh boy.
That does tend to make things difficult.
Exactly.
But when you came downstairs, what did you say to me? Because I fucking immediately texted Junior, Elliot, Al,
Yes,
Jennifer.
I heard all about that shit, and I was making
co-workers, random strangers that internet I've never met before.
yelling from the top,
Random internet stranger.
yelling from the attic. Yo, Sue's getting dick.
We're out on the stoop just telling random people that walk by the house like.
All I'm going to say
She said it was quick.
She was so mad.
all I'm going to say is apparently Chris is right about something.
Hey, see? It happens.
What's that?
Chris once made the statement. He's like, if your sex lasts like for a very long time and he hasn't nutted yet, then he's not that into you. But if it's done like within the snap of a finger,
Damn.
He's not
Like-
that into you.
no, he's
I mean, understand
No,
that there are
man
times
code, he ain't that into you. He just wants to get off, and that's
No, that's not necessarily true. Because there's been times where you're like, been fiending for it for so long
Oh, he's
that you
been fiending.
can't even control. Like, as soon as she walks in the room, you're like,
I don't know about
I'm
that.
ready to go.
that's pretty much him and I every time we're together.
My God. I don't know whether to cry or say it's not your fault.
No, like that was the quickest he's ever done it.
Damn.
but-
It's like, sorry, Sunday's coming up quick. Gotta go, Father's Day. I'm sorry, Sue. It's not your fault.
wow.
He was
not
in the
your
room. He was like, damn, Sue and her wonderful vagina. Arr!
Damn, Sue and that ass.
Oh, God.
That ass will bring a tear to
I
your
mean,
eye.
at least, I hope you got at least got a round 2 going. Or,
I know.
I mean, a round 3, like something. Like,
Oh, I'd love to stay, but yeah.
what? He just stopped by.
Sunday's fast approaching.
He stopped by, shook your hand, and went home. Like, fuck. Like, Jesus Christ! Like,
We hung out.
eh.
I don't know. That's
Listen, when you get a hotel room, there should be no hanging out. There should
Yeah.
be non-stop, balls to the wall sex. It should be wet and loud and nasty and disgusting.
That's
People
normally
walking
how
around
it is. It's just this time he had his child.
See?
At the hotel?
No.
Oh, yeah.
That's not your fault.
See, what was funny too is yesterday when you're upstairs or whatever, I was talking to Mom outside and Jennifer. Mom's cooking. And I told Jen's like, yeah, it's like, I heard too about. I want to hear about this Longhorn shit where it's like it was pretty quick and pointless. And but we're talking to Mom about that. So like Mom was saying, I said, man, Mom, it's funny how Susan says one thing, Jennifer tells me one story, you told me a different story. Mom was like, yeah, she was. I swear he was fucking married. Susan, he wasn't.
I don't know.
He's not anymore.
I don't know. I keep hearing about a kid, and I'm just thinking Sunday was Father's
Mom was
Day.
like, no, I'm telling you, this guy had 2 fucking kids. I'm like, Susan said he had 1 kid. I'm like,
We'll cut it in the middle. 1.5, and he was engaged.
1.5 kids and a broken engagement.
Yes.
We'll run with that.
Sue came along, and it all ended.
and fucking Jen's laughing too. You know what's funny is Sue, when we go tubing, and I was hanging out with Jamie and Jennifer, and I said, yeah, Jen, you know, hear about Susan leaving for a couple of days? And yeah, I was like, and I told Jamie, when we get a hold of the fuck Sue, we're going to lay into her. And Jamie's like, yeah, apparently.
God, that feels good.
Jamie's like, you guys aren't the only ones that's laying into her. And I'm like,
Apparently not.
Even Jamie's coming at it.
Getting it from all sides. Pow!
Oh, man. So I'm glad
Can I not be allowed to have fun in my life?
I'm glad
Well, you can have
allowed.
fun.
I'm glad you
But
have
understand that your fun is our fun.
Yes. We
glad
get a sick sort of pleasure from your fun.
Clearly, it's some kind of sick sort of pleasure.
I definitely do.
I'm glad you have fun for 2 minutes. Like,
It's okay.
It was 5.
Jesus.
Hey, that still beats
Listen.
my worst.
I am not.
That beats my
mad.
best.
Okay.
I am not mad at Longhorn for
No.
the lasting 5 minutes. I am not mad at Sue for
5
going to the
minutes I
hotel
will
and
never
chilling with
get.
Longhorn.
Hey.
These are things that happen in the lives of adults.
Yes.
However, I am upset that I had to pry it out of Sue like a goddamn jackhammer because she doesn't
Yes.
want to give the story up.
Go hard, go fast. And about 5 minutes or so, and we're good.
Holy shit.
I'm the captain.
Holy Christ.
Thank God Junior's not here, because I think me and him would be yelling, I'm the captain, for
Yep.
about good 5 minutes.
Wow.
Like, even that was longer than Longhorn.
Damn.
Wow.
Cold-blooded.
I have to be twice the asshole, and Junior stopped playing PSO2.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, Christ.
Junior, thank you for not coming tonight.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
Yeah. That was Longhorn's job.
Oh, I'm sure he's gonna when he comes over next time, he's gonna add to this shit.
Oh,
so.
God, yes.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Jennifer, thank you for not coming tonight.
Yeah, she had babysitter dipshit boyfriend again.
Who's to
that
say
was
she
funny.
isn't?
Boy. So, I did read an article because I'm sure it isn't into that. But, so, Sue, did you hear about, apparently with the whole, remember J.K. Rowling and her trans comments and stuff? A lot of Harry Potter fans are very pissed off at her right now, so they're removing their tattoos.
They're removing their Harry Potter tattoos?
They're posting on social media that here's my Harry Potter tattoo, and I'm now laser removing my Harry Potter tattoos because I'm just so pissed off at
my
J.K.
God.
Rowling. So, yeah. So that's their way of getting back at J.K. Rowling for making her.
Which is kind of stupid in all reality.
Really?
Like, you paid for the tattoo, and now you're paying to have it removed.
And plus-
for a fictional character. Like, you can't be so mad at her that
Sorry, that was Hopper.
somebody that, like, a character that you like is now...
Or a franchise, but yeah.
I mean, it's just dumb. I don't know.
And just again, this is just.
I mean, disagree with her, like, agree with her, disagree with her, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at whatever stance you take, because you're, entitled to your opinion and your feelings.
Yeah.
But why pay money for a character that you enjoy and then pay to have it removed? You spending your money is
Not even a
hurting
character,
her.
but there are people who probably have, like, passages from the book, like
I'm saying,
well-known quotes.
Full
It's crazy.
outfits and all that fake
Like
ass
the words
ones.
I solemnly swear that I'm up to no good,
Yeah.
or mischief manage,
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Or probably
or like a
LARPing.
big freaking like portrait of a naked Ron Weasley on their back.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
I
What
would
is
do
it? I bet you would.
Ron was better looking than Harry.
Watch out, Longhorn. She's
Would be
going
no
for
way for me to know
gingers.
Oh boy. Yeah, I just reading some of the comments, which are I think pretty fucking hilarious.
They are
I
hilarious.
think it's stupid that people just get this
Like-
extreme over something.
People get extreme over the stupidest shit.
Yeah.
It's kind of wild. Like,
it's
I mean, like I said, to disagree with her or agree with her is fine, one way or the other. But these extreme actions of, well, now I gotta go and fucking fuck my skin up some more because I'm mad at her. And yeah, like, it's stupid. It doesn't prove anything. It's pointless. It doesn't
It
hurt.
shows how much of an idiot you truly are.
It has no effect on the grand scheme of things. Like,
Nope.
you getting a tattoo and then removing your tattoo does nothing for anybody anyway.
Yeah.
Like, it's a
It
dumb-
really doesn't.
It's a stupid
Because
gesture.
in the end, you're getting a tattoo. This is how I see it. Being as I have 7 tattoos,
Only 7?
only 7 so far.
Okay.
So, when you get a tattoo, you need to get something that you are committed to having on your body.
Exactly.
Flat out. Like, you can't get something and then decide, like, a week later, oh, I don't like the way it came out. No, moron. You just got that permanent freaking ink into your fucking skin. Guess what? You're stuck with it.
Yeah.
Like this right here.
Some of these people, their fucking remarks, I just find to be goddamn hilarious and shit. Like it says.
It's the sigil of Lilith.
Every time I see the books or the movies, I'm always going to be like, J.K. Rowling sucks. It's definitely going to be an adjustment. I don't think I'm going to love it as hard. And some people even going farther. It's like, I have a Harry Potter tattoo in my fucking elbow pit, very painful. I'm about to get it covered up because she might be the densest person I've ever seen. Gender is not equal sex.
Wait.
But
She's dense, but you got a Harry Potter tattoo in your fucking armpit. Obviously, the situation does not catch this person.
Yeah.
another person, they trashed their Marauders map rug, their Harry Potter t-shirts, and special cardigans from Universal's Wizarding World of Harry Potter. It's like...
Useless gestures. These are all useless, empty gestures. It doesn't
Exactly.
She
do
already
anything.
got the money from you buying this shit, so
Exactly.
lost cause.
it's just people, say shit.
You gave her your money and then you destroyed your product.
Well,
like, it's stupid.
This
Buy
is
it
even
again.
hypocrisy too, where someone's like,
But here's the fucked up part of the whole situation. Did she actually say anything like about trans people?
well, no, it's if you actually,
Or was she trying to defend someone?
She was
a friend
trying
of
to-
hers?
she was.
It doesn't even matter. Like, I could care less what this, because this is the reality of it is. No matter what she said, it's going to offend some people, and there are going to be people that take her side. Exactly. So I don't even care what the argument is. My whole thing is, whether you agree with her or disagree with her, spending your money and then spending more of your money to like prove a point is dumb. Like, if you buy her product or you put a tattoo on your skin or whatever the case, you buy all her books and now you're going to burn all the books. Yeah. The only person you're hurting is you. If you go out and buy all her books, she's got your money. And then you burn all the books, you're wasting your money. She's not feeling the pinch. Yeah. There's nothing you're going to do by burning or destroying product or defacing your body and, you know, whatever else you're doing that's going to affect her.
Yeah. And that's what kills me too is like, you know, almost to what Al was saying, that like, look, all of us in this fucking room, there could be an actor, could be an athlete, it could be any kind of celebrity. I don't agree with every single thing this person fucking stands for.
Exactly.
You know? Exactly. And this is the hypocrisy where I'm reading this last jackass here is like, okay, they're 23 years old, they got a tattoo that says mischief managed underneath their chest. And they told the New York Post, as a lifetime fan and somebody who was influenced so positively by her work, I'm shocked and disgusted that this is what it's come to. Well, no, you are consciously doing this shit. But like, how are you a lifetime fan? You're obviously not a lifetime fan.
No. If you're a lifetime fan, you will acknowledge that she's done some great things and she's going to make some mistakes. Like, you're not going to cut your you know, somebody that you're a fan of off for something that she like. And this is what's crazy. Like, if you're not able to actually dissect what she's trying to say, then I don't even want to have a conversation with you, because you're already at the extreme end of whatever belief or whatever you want to say or do without actually being involved in what she's saying.
Yeah,
like, it's crazy.
Sue, if you ever go back, and to me, want to go read the fucking tweets, but this whole thing started from, she initially just said that, and I still agree with her, where it's like, this woman got fired from her job. And she said, I don't think someone should get fired for the job for having an opinion. That's all she had was an opinion.
Precisely, and that's what I'm saying. It's not like she even like said like something evil. All she said was someone should not be fired for having an opinion.
But she can't say that though.
Okay, let me put this out there. I love, as an author, like J.K. Rowling, top 5. I also love Stephen King.
Yeah. Now,
we all know when Stephen King was writing most of his best freaking work, he was high on cocaine.
Oh, yes.
And going through alcoholism.
With his cat.
Exactly. So, and I'm pretty sure someone once said he was abusive towards his wife. Now, I do not know Stephen King personally. I probably will never meet Stephen King in my lifetime. But I can still pick up It, Carrie, Salem's Lot, The Green Mile, any of his freaking books, and enjoy the walk through all of these little freaking towns in Maine or wherever they're stationed, and just get off in some way, shape, or form. Not in that way, Elliot, shut up.
Whoa. I mean, just whoa.
But I can still enjoy, a good Stephen King book. Or, for example, the show Haven, which I've tried to introduce to Chris, but he has no interest in it whatsoever.
No, it's on my to-do list. There's too many goddamn shows.
But it's based off of Stephen King's work.
Yeah. No, I've watched some episodes. I do like it. I'm just
Have you seen the ones with Edge?
I've seen a few of them.
That show.
Well, I just seen Jeremy Johns.
So
I was going to ask Al about this too.
Watched it.
On Netflix just put up season 3 of Hannibal. I heard Hannibal's fantastic.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about it.
Jeremy Johns' video, he goes, you know what, guys, I kind of skipped about Hannibal. He goes, I just binged all 3 seasons. He goes, this show is fucking amazing. He goes, really is. And Mads Mikkelsen is just a fucking amazing actor. And he goes, when you start seeing Hannibal, you see so it's that's my next. I've got a whole fucking 30 shows to watch.
Yeah.
But my point, eventually I'll get to Haven.
But that's my thing. My point is, now I love Haven. Haven's one of my top 7 shows that I love. So therefore, I'm going to watch it. It's based off of the work of Stephen King. Yeah. Now, knowing the shit that Stephen King has done in his life, should I still be a fan of him knowing that he's done cocaine, is a reformed alcoholic, possibly has beaten his wife in the past?
This has been the thing. It's just the simple truth of, you don't have to, just because you love his work,
does not mean you have to agree with his lifestyle.
Because I could tell you right now that I will scream from the fucking rafters that we need to fucking put R. Kelly in jail, and we need to lock him away forever.
But you still get off when you hear bump and
I will do all this
I hate
while
that song.
blaring "I Believe I Can Fly" in the background. Like, I
Okay,
will
there we
scream-
go.
Like, it's. I don't like who he is as a person, the shit he's done, but you can't deny the art. Like, I get
Exactly.
it.
And it's the same thing with J.K. Rowling. What she said should not have triggered anyone in the first place, but it did. But you should not sit there. You're showing you were never a true fan of her to begin with.
Nope.
My thing is, like, dude, like, if you're mad at what she said, are you then on board with firing people for having an opinion? Because if that's the case, imagine going into work and your boss telling you, "Well, I found out this weekend that you support gays and lesbians and I don't, so you're fired." How would you feel about that? Like, would you be okay with that? Because they all seem to want to, like, jump down her throat because she's saying this woman had an opinion, she lost her job because of it. I don't agree with that. They disregard that entire statement and they want to look at all types of other angles. So would it be fair if it was done to you? Would you be on board if you went to work and your boss fired you?
No, they would cause an enormous stink, and they would sue the company, say like,
it's wild.
I was wrongly let go, all this other shit, and
like if J.K. Rowling came out tomorrow and was like, "Yo, I hate gay people," then I'd be on board with the fucking anti-Rollins fucking chapter.
But she really isn't.
But she didn't. She simply stated something that should be an obvious statement to all people. Like,
precisely.
Everybody's entitled to their fucking opinion. That's just what it is.
Leave them alone. Let them have their own opinion.
That'd be funny, though. Do people getting fired for not liking Harry Potter anymore? I would fucking die laughing. Sir, you're fired. Why? Because you made this tweet that you hate J.K. Rowling because she had her own opinion. You're fired.
I would totally fire people for that.
I would be in tears laughing my ass off.
I would fire them for not liking Harry Potter. I would fire them for not liking, the Dark Tower series. I would fire them for not watching Game of Thrones.
I guess I'm
or
fired.
Reading the books.
I guess I'm definitely fired then. Because I think I watched 15 minutes of Game of Thrones. I was like, nope.
I would fire them for, not appreciating The Outsiders.
The what?
The book The Outsiders.
I didn't read that.
It's a good book.
I read zombie
Amazing
books.
book.
I love zombies and
the
vampires.
most amazing book ever created.
I haven't read it.
In humankind.
I'm stuck in the Forgotten Realms fucking stage. I read everything that R.A. Salvatore fucking writes.
Yeah, I actually read a lot of his books when I was in prison. Yeah.
If we could fire people over the stupidest shit, do you know how many people I would have fired by now?
I don't know. I would wish Harry Potter was real. I wouldn't fire them. I'd get a wand and be like, Hadava Cadaver, and just fucking end it. Whatever.
You know what's funny too?
Blah, 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 blah. Green jizz out of my wand. And murder curse. Blam!
You know what's funny?
Leviosa.
What's hypocritical? What's hypocritical and kind of funny is just they take away because of one tweet that she did that you didn't agree with. And I'm looking right now too. This is from OregonMagazine.com. 7 facts about J.K. Rowling's charity work. And no one ever, okay, just number one, there's 7 facts. I'm not going to read them all. Number one, it says, J.K. Rowling achieved billionaire status because of her success with the Harry Potter series. However, she is no longer a billionaire because she has donated so much of her fortune to charity. In 2011, she donated 16% of her total net worth, equal to about $160 million.
God damn.
And
check our Facebook page for the group page for Blue Collar Comedy.
Yeah.
Not comedy. Blue Collar Losers.
That's fireworks.
Oh, yeah.
Someone tried to fact check.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
And said that it's false.
Yeah. I didn't look into much. But, and again, this
what's
is
false
about her donating. She was, according to Forbes, Forbes was saying that J.K. Rowling was the first billionaire she's not a billionaire anymore because how much of her money she's given away. And we posted that on our Facebook page saying, look what kind of a generous person she is. And they tried saying this is false information. Not according to a fucking 1,000 news sources, it isn't. So
you fucking need to start posting the links to the fucking articles.
Yeah.
If they want to fucking fact check something that you could actually
not all online articles are actually
they deleted it.
Oh my. Well, hey, at least they deleted it. I don't check that stuff. Like I said, I try to keep myself away from people because they're probably like, that dude's an asshole. I know. Thank you. I'll take a sip for you. Thank you for acknowledging me.
I mean, again, there is so many articles I can fucking post, but okay, right here. This is from, this is africacheck.org. and they're even saying this is from. It said then this says satisfied checked. It says Harry Potter author. This is from September 19th of 2019. She's the first billionaire to fall off the Forbes billionaire list because of her charitable giving. It says it was flagged as possibly false by Facebook's fact checking system. That's why.
Yeah, Facebook. Who's going to really believe their fact checking?
And it says she's one of the youngest on Forbes list, and she was ranked at 552 out of 587 billionaires. In 2012, she fell off the list because after donating all of her money, that much money to charity. So she's still the highest paid author in 2019, even though that she's not getting the earnings off her book sales. So regardless of the fact that, it's just that she's given away literally hundreds of millions of dollars out of her own fucking money to charity. This was a woman that a lot of people don't know this. I know Susan does, but to Elliot now, before she became who she is now, this woman was homeless.
I know.
She was homeless. She was fucking writing Harry Potter and fucking...
She was ready to commit suicide.
I mean,
Robot Chicken made fun of it. That's the only reason I know.
But she was living in fucking dumpsters and shit too. And the fact that this woman is worth was worth $1 billion, and so you know what then? Fuck, I'm gonna give away hundreds of millions of charity. You're gonna shit.
She was living basically whatever welfare is like over in England.
But because she made a tweet, a single fucking tweet, now she's a fucking monster.
Yeah.
No.
Yep, that's the internet for you.
She is literal rags to riches.
Yep, because even to what Al was saying, she doesn't agree with the fact that you shouldn't be fired for an opinion.
Yeah.
So there you go, boys.
A lot of people are getting fired for their opinions. So I've read stuff about people getting fired over opinions, and I just laugh. Some people are like, "Why do you laugh?" I'm like, at this point, I'm all about mutual destruction. Let's all just destroy and kill each other. It's like, it's ridiculous because social media has become this monster. And a lot of people aren't going to acknowledge it because they're probably glued to their cell phone. Twitch and Instagram and Facebook and MySpace said we're not monsters. Bullshit.
Who the fuck still goes on MySpace?
Oh, trust me. There are a lot of... It's still around. AOL's been shut down. Yahoo Instant Messenger shut down. MySpace is still up. So a lot of people
terrifying.
It is.
I'll kill this because I want to hit 2 hours now because we actually have used a lot of memory for June. I don't want to kill too much time and save some stuff for next time. But yeah, Elliot, this is why I opened up, and the past 3 days and the hope in the next week or so, I've been fucking on Twitter at least twice a day. Said with Joey fucking Diaz on Instagram and Facebook, and I'm just happy the fact that he's got 50 fucking thousand fans that are like, fuck you, we're not going nowhere. Joey's not going nowhere. Joey's been on Twitter saying I want to thank all you fans for supporting me. I'm not going nowhere. Again, this whole fuck social media can come after Joey all fucking day. They can come after Joe Rogan all fucking day. Not gonna matter because they don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
So I said, hey, Joey's like anybody. Stop apologizing. Joey's not apologizing for a story that happened 25 years ago, for a podcast he did with Joe Rogan 10 years ago, and he was over-exaggerating a comedic story. If you can't handle his sense of humor, don't listen to his shit then.
Don't we all kind of over-exaggerate the things? We take Sue's story and make it 5, 10 times worse than what it is.
Yeah.
Hey, Junior was here at least
50.
35. At least
50.
35.
To his credit, though, some of his dad's stories, I was there firsthand, so he's not lying. You can't make that shit up.
The big stories, yes. The stories about Big. By the way, if you're listening, sure.
Hey, Jer, where's my bar?
He's gonna hear this.
Sure. Give me a bar.
No,
I've made fun of him too.
Yeah.
I made him damn near piss himself because I was so angry over some stupid stuff.
The next fucking few days, I'm definitely gonna. We've got more shit to get to, and I'm gonna if we come back on Saturday, I'm sure between now and Saturday, we've got a lot more stuff that Twitter and Facebook and TikTok will find more shit to talk about. But hey, we killed a quick 2 hours. It was fun, and we got more to elaborate on. I know Junior's gonna fucking talk about Susan's Longhorn experience
again.
5 minutes.
Boy,
I don't know if that much money would be worth 5 minutes. I'm just throwing it out there.
Hey,
it's not your fault.
Honestly, if I had 5 minutes with Scarlett Johansson, I would say, for fuck's sakes,
5 minutes where I'd
if
probably
you had 5 minutes
know.
with Scarlett Johansson, you'd die.
If I had 5 minutes with Scarlett Johansson, I wouldn't even make it to the hotel. I'd call her from my bed I'm done. You can leave.
Yo, Snapchat me so I can record this.
Yo.
Did you actually Snapchat Jennifer fucking from your hotel room in the bathroom?
This night.
So
He wasn't there.
I'm so lonely.
What was the song All By Myself playing in the background?
God.
That's what was playing in your bathroom.
I don't take music, and I mostly play Fallen in Reverse, thank you very much. Ronnie Radke for the fucking win.
I'm playing Mr. Lonely because I'm lonely.
You are lonely.
Anyway.
At least I had sex.
I had sex, like...
All 5
last time I had sex,
minutes.
Obama was in office. Like,
That's not saying too many good things.
take that as you will. Fuck you, Trump, you ruined my sex life too.
Only because when you're rich and famous...
Oh,
Yes.
Christ.
Blame everyone else as to why you can't get a woman.
Not the fucking
It's fucking Trump.
poetry.
I'm like social media. It's all Trump's fault.
Yes, it has nothing to do with how weird your pubes are shaved. It's nothing
just shaved
to
them yesterday,
do
fuck.
with how
Poetry.
small your dick
Huh?
is.
It looks big when they're shaved. So,
It's nothing to do with how awkward you are when you're talking to women.
pretty much, yeah.
It has nothing to do with how awkward your freaking Plenty of Fish account reads.
I copy and paste that, but
Dude, eggplant, volcano. Fuck, no words. But, okay, swipe, eggplant, volcano. Send, don't
You
even
could
look at your
just
phone
put
for
down-
days.
The number 8 X equal sign
Capital D.
Jesus
capital
Christ.
D.
Damn.
For dick.
She's had experience.
Brought to you by Sue.
All right, Elliot.
Peace out, bitches.
155. Say your goodbye. Susan, say her goodbyes. What's your goodbye?
Hey, that was about your goodbye.
Yeah, you said goodbye, bitches. That's a goodbye.
what's your-
I said peace out.
What's your goodbye, Elliot?
There's a difference.
Well, let Sue go first because we've traumatized her enough tonight. Go ahead,
Oh, yeah.
Sue.
Fuck all you guys.
Anytime, just call me.
Ew.
Hey, you said fuck all you guys. That's on you.
Yeah.
Giggity.
Wow.
Giggity, giggity.
Wow.
Goo.
All right, we got to wrap this up. Me and Sue's got to go upstairs.
No.
I gotta record it.
No, he ain't climbing
No.
upstairs.
Neither one of them are.
I don't want to go upstairs.
Damn those stairs.
I prefer a
this is-
soundproof room just so nobody can hear the awesome shit that happens.
You will not find that in this house.
Yeah.
That is why I do not have sex in this house.
This is a fucking sex-free house, okay?
I never
Trust
said
me.
Very much
here.
so.
Because if I ain't getting laid, nobody isn't.
I never said here. Oh, by the way, that's a double negative. Nobody isn't.
Anyway.
Uh,
Say goodbye, Elliot.
Hopefully, I pissed somebody off. If
Probably.
I did my job right. You're welcome.
I'm sure Al did, because whenever Al says stuff like, I know this isn't a popular opinion. Oh, fuck. Fuck you, Al.
I'll take a shot to the anger.
Yeah.
Feed it to me like Palpatine.
cheers.
Let Al say his piece, and I'm out.
All right. You know the spiel. Take care of your neighborhood. Protect your neighbors. Donate to the people that fucking matter. Donate to the schools, the libraries, your hospitals, fire departments. Donate to the places that protect the neighborhood and keep it safe.
Yep.
And do the right thing.
Yeah. I'm
And
actually...
I'm out because I got to go upstairs and give Sue this work.
Longhorn.
The work is...
You're on notice.
Let's be honest, the real work is him climbing the stairs. By the time he hits the top of the attic, he's just going to collapse.
In the great word of that
Which
meme,
is why everyone needs to know it will never happen now.
she says that now.
Oh, it's going to happen soon.
Yes. Yes, it will.
He's like, Sue, I've got plenty of mayo chop.
Hey. And I know your safe word.
Let's give a shout out one time to Mayo
No,
Chump.
we're talking about that. That's going to be next podcast.
Mayo
Yes.
Chump is life.
Mayor Cup
No.
is what's going to kill Al.
We'll get to that later.
Yes.
That's fuck.
What
Anyway.
a sweet way to go.
Jesus.
That and fried chicken.
Mayo Chump.
Anyway.
Sweet, sweet surrender.
KFC. To be
So-
specific.
As
KFC
always,
is the
hey,
shit. Can't
anybody
get off
that,
the KFC.
any of Junior's supposedly friends he has, I know he's got like 50 friends. Probably 4 of them are actually real friends.
-4.
The other fucking 45 friends Junior has are just random people he talks to on Facebook. That,
For
who
people
the
whose
fuck are you?
asses he's eating.
-4.
So if you guys say check out, I am on Twitter. It's not it's just one thing a day. We are on Facebook. I'm seeing a lot of blue collar loser stuff that people view us, but like if they're viewing us, check out the podcast. I mean, I've yet to get we're still new, so I get that taking time. But like throw me a
We're
fucking
not that new. This is our 16th episode.
Well, again, some people say, we also don't have celebrity status where, it's going to take this a long time to get, like, fans.
What do you mean we're not celebrities? We have Big Al.
Yeah.
I'm a celebrity in
We
my
make
own mind.
fun of Stu. Come on. With names like
We have
Longhorn,
Junior.
somebody knows something.
He's definitely a celebrity in his own mind.
Yes. We have Jen.
Huh?
Every now and again.
Good
Yeah,
God.
it's true. If Jen would take every guy she slept with, fuck, we'd have a great fan base. Like,
My
Every
God.
girl, too.
I'm telling you.
I mean, hey, if they were
Jen,
there,
I need you to understand that was 100% Chris.
I mean, if everybody was there to see the things that I've seen, there'd be
boy.
so many thumbs up. It's not funny. And I've seen some
And I'm
shit.
sure there have been people there who have seen what you have seen, Elliot.
All right.
Yeah.
I will never say sorry for admiring such beautiful things
And
as
the four of us and the other
chest.
the other two assholes, like just like Joey Diaz, I'm never gonna fucking apologize.
Titties are
So
life.
none of us will. If you don't like this shit, I mean, hey, it's free. You get what you pay for.
Facts.
Hey, Sue, I'm looking at them eyes. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm looking at them eyes.
All right, everybody have a good night. I'm going upstairs to give Sue this business. Let's do this.
Giggity.
As always, people, my spiel is, hey guys, none of us want your money. We don't need your money. We can pay our own bills. And like Big Al would say, take care of people that matter, not these motherfuckers on Twitch and TikTok and Instagram and Facebook Live and YouTube Live, and help people that actually need it, because Rona's still a big thing.
Do something good in the
Our
world.
states aren't opening back up, and people need your help. Nurses, doctors, firemen, whoever. Not some skank on, said. My Patreon, I need support because I watched...
Do not buy This Is My Orgasm candles.
Yeah, Gwyneth Paltrow definitely doesn't need your fucking money.
Definitely if they're not by
Does not need
her.
money.
Sue,
Do not
maybe.
buy vagina eggs.
So,
That's gross.
thank you guys for listening. We tried laughing as much as possible, and took a long time, but we've eaten up a lot of memories. So this is our shortest podcast in a while. So hey,
Fuck that shit.
and that's fireworks. That's fireworks in the background or gunshots. I can't tell the difference anymore.
Yeah, it's Albany.
One of us never makes it home. You know which one.
All right, thank you. Talk to you next time.